up to the bar and ask him about the boar on the wall.
Okay. So what's that look like?
So I walk up to the bar and I put a copper in the jar and mindlessly pet the cat while I ask the bartender, "Hey, friend, I got a question for you."
You also were well arrested.
So what's is there a story with that boar's head there?
He stops, like idly scrubbing the glass, turns around, and he goes, "Breakfast up there. Came wandering through one day. Got a little Hornsey, Tusky maybe. And we just had to take him out back and run a javelin right through his stomach."
Wow, that sounds like you're a fighting man then, huh?
Nope, not a fighting man.
He's a
Just
breakfast
really
man.
like killing wars.
Oh,
I see. You're a bacon fan. Got it.
I am a bacon fan. Pizza is on the way.
Oh god.
With bacon on it?
No, not with bacon on it. Out of character, Alicia's.
Did she kick down the door?
She didn't kick down the door. I said that there was a possibility for you to kick down the door and possibly expel curses and or vomit.
Oh, board meeting wasn't that bad.
Board meeting wasn't that bad.
she kicked down the door with her awesome combat boots.
I didn't wear combat boots today. Or other boots today, but yeah.
So anyway, so he has given you the explanation of the boar. It was probably rather boring.
But
So
Horrible for you.
he has like a far off look in his eye, as if he's remembering it well, as if it was only last Tuesday, because it was just last Tuesday. And he goes back to idly scrubbing glasses, and he goes, "Oh, can I get you folks anything?"
Well,
Nope.
I'll
you said
have
there was
an
a
ale
group of
for
people
sure.
at like another table, right? Talking amongst themselves.
There is. Would you like to listen into their
I was gonna say,
conversation?
can I eavesdrop them while this is going on at the bar?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
First die roll of the game.
All right.
I'll buy a round of drinks for everyone.
I have the
while he's
D&D
doing
Beyond
that
thing
and
going
respond
still.
to the bartender.
Crap.
Excellent.
Do we have a robot in?
From a successful
We
Irish
do.
shipment, right? Drinks are on me.
Is there a channel that I could do that in, or should I just do it in general?
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't have a preference. You can just do it in general.
How do I activate this?
It's pretty much. I think it's pretty much the same as Roll20 was.
/R.
I think it's exclamation roll,
Excellent.
but everything else is the same.
Oh, candy.
Christ. Did you just try to kill that fly with a pen?
Yes.
Look at this thing. It's like candy.
18.
Excellent. Do you have a bonus to perception or anything?
No.
All right. So, with that, you can hear everything happening in the bar with an 18. So they're quietly talking amongst themselves, discussing the rumor. They're discussing rumors of the dead coming back and walking past the gates of Last Watch, and that the Emperor should send funds and men there instead of drinking it away. They're all just kind of. It's various iterations of that back and forth about how the government is inept and not taking care of us, and we're on the brink of war. And
Do I know what Last Watch is?
yes, on the map, Last Watch is in the eastern section of the map, next to a useful link.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah, yep. It's next to the Gloom.
Okay. We're currently at a bar in where?
The Crossroads.
Okay. All right. Get my bearings here.
So yeah, you guys are in the Crossroads, hearing talks of the dead walking the gates of Last Watch. You have purchased a round for everyone, Lynn.
Yeah.
And the bartender brings out 5 mugs of a murky-looking ale.
Oh, finally.
Uh, those of you who are brave enough to take a swaller will notice that it's an unfiltered ale, but you are not sure what is being unfiltered.
A strange
Uh,
sediment in this glass there.
It's probably sand.
I think I'm gonna go pet the cat and give it a copper pence after that beer.
Excellent. You are also well rested. And as you're doing that, the door to the tavern bursts open. A hulking man in a soot-covered apron stumbles into the threshold. At first glance, for those of you that are looking, I'm assuming that this draws attention, but it might not. Do any of you look at the door?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I for sure
I
do.
didn't know if we needed to role play looking at the door. So anyway,
Just an
so
exclamation point above my head, floating
Exactly.
slightly above.
yeah.
The rest of the party look at the door. I turn around and look.
At first glance, you see he's missing his right hand at the elbow, and he has 2 arrows sticking out of his chest. Before collapsing to the ground, he manages to get out. They took her. They took Ava. Drops to his knees, collapses backward. The rest of the room goes into a panic. The barman is over the bar. The 3 people sitting at the table, they've all stood up and have knocked their chairs over. How do you guys react?
I chugged the rest of my ale.
Excellent.
I just kind of watch it kind of all unfolding, and then I'm going to run over to him and grab him by the shoulders and say, "Where is she? Where is she?"
He doesn't respond. He's gone unconscious, unresponsive at this point.
I would like to come over behind him while he has him by the shoulders and put my hands on the guy's back and see if there's anything I can do to cure wounds.
There you go.
So go ahead and give me a medicine check.
So that number says 5. So what do I do with that?
Add whatever your. Wait, you have a +5 to medicine, is what you're saying?
What do you want me to do? You have to roll a thing?
Did you?
Ross?
Yeah. Did you roll a
Did you
d20
roll-
yet or no?
Add.
No, not yet.
Anytime you do a check, just roll a d20.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
All right. So, with just the medicine check, you're able to dislodge the arrows and start to stabilize them. Ooh, kicked something underneath the table. And that is also a good enough medicine check to see that there is a green ichor leaking out of the wounds.
We
Who's
gotta
not?
burn that.
So we've got someone still drinking at the bar. Garrett, you have not
So the
reacted
table.
yet.
yeah.
Is at the table.
I have walked over and I'm watching.
You walked over and you're watching. So for the people that are not like actively watching right now, go ahead and give me a perception check. I like this dice roller.
You said for the people that have not walked over.
Yeah, that have not walked over and are not actively watching this scene pan out.
What I want.
It's pretty dope.
Very perceptive this morning.
Yeah, very perceptive.
I haven't drank my beer yet.
Got sharp eyes.
For
Oh, no,
shame.
literally just sand and water.
Yeah, I
Nice.
felt the sand grit between my teeth, and I haven't taken another sip.
Yeah.
Do you just want rolls in chat, like whatever we rolled, or you just wants to call it out?
You can
Probably
do
doesn't.
either. I
I'd
think
say he probably doesn't care.
chat is cool. I've never seen it before. So
Okay.
All right, hold on. My cat is whining. 1 sec.
That fat cat. Give him a copper.
Give him a copper. Which mouth? Josh, I really liked the recap, by the way. The music in the background, it was all really cool.
Thank you. I threw it together in Audacity with some royalty-free music.
Royalty free. The audacity of you, sir.
Yeah, I hate. If I could, I would commit regicide every day. Like, just
Indeed.
get rid of the royals.
Tell me how you really feel.
Okay, so there was a 9 and a 21, I believe. So in the chaos, you guys have lost track of the grandfatherly figure. They're gone.
Oh, interesting.
So you guys have noticed that. Lynn's character has noticed a green ichor coming out of the wounds and has managed to stabilize the bartender, dress the arm so he's not bleeding out as quickly, probably has a tourniquet at the elbow, or where the elbow would be if he had an elbow. The barman comes up, he goes, "Is there anything that I need to do? What do you need me to do?"
Well, that one just collapsed. I don't know.
Suddenly very ready to serve you guys.
Oh, okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
He goes, "It's Brahm. He's our blacksmith. They said he took her. Did they take Ava? Did he give you a name?"
yeah, he said they took Ava when he collapsed. I thought he was a blacksmith by the soot on the apron.
There's the pies.
Hi, a fellow Smith, I see.
Also, I found a little bit of green goo around the arrow shaft here. Any news out of town that might make sense with? Anything you've heard there, bartender friend?
Doing all right.
Oh, he walked away. He vanished. Did he
Pizza
vanish
pie.
from the table?
He just
I mean, that's
disappeared.
pretty method.
Ooh.
He has the same enchantment on him that the cat does.
Mm-hmm. Give him a copper.
Yeah, throw a copper in the bowl and see if he comes back.
I'm just gonna start handing you guys a penny and then just pet you.
Yes.
No a thing.
Do we? Ooh.
You can pet my beard for a penny.
Pizza's here.
That's the deal.
I have a thought.
What's your thought?
I'm gonna wait for him to come back.
Hey, Darius.
I want to go over to the cat, give it 5 copper pieces, pick the cat up, and take it over to the guy on the floor.
All right. So that's fine. While you were doing
Good
that,
idea.
Lynn noticed the green ichor. So if she wants to give me a alchemy or survival check to
Yeah.
see if she knows what that is, I think that was the thing that she wanted to do.
I don't see alchemy. Well, survival sucks, but I guess I'll do that.
What's the other
I
alchemy?
guess I have
What'd you say?
Alchemy or survival?
I have an insight. Does
I don't
that-
know. Alchemy. I don't have a thing for that.
Yeah, if nobody has alchemy tools or whatever, it's
Yeah,
survival.
I don't have.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no!
see.
That sucks. That's a nat one. So 2.
So
you don't know.
you're just under the assumption that he bleeds green blood.
Yeah, that goes along with your medicine check from earlier.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. I mean, who
So-
am I to judge? I don't know every type of creature that exists. I might. Can I? I want to pull out a vial. And do I have a vial on me? Do I have a way to?
Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna pull out a vial and put a little bit of that in the green ichor in the vial to study it for later because it's
All
blood,
right.
and I've never seen blood like this. I'm gonna study it for later.
Are you touching that with your hands?
Not if I can help it.
Good girl. Help it.
Help.
No, I would very much like to not touch that at all with my hands and just use the glass vial and the cork.
Excellent. So yeah, you collect a vial of it. The barman notices the vial that you're pulling up, and he goes, "What is that? What's coming out of his chest?"
Oh, green blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'd really like to study it further later when I get back to my home.
He looks at you and goes, "Green blood, huh? We should get him to the alchemist. I should get him to the alchemist."
I'd love to come with you. And Fallon, you're already here, so why don't you help too?
I just want to know where she is and who she is. Is she cute?
Are you still Fallon? Is that still your name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is Brian gonna do with the cat? I'm really interested to see.
I'm gonna just set it on the guy's hand. Yeah.
He mules aggressively because his perfect white coat is now stained with blood.
Oh no! What did you do?
Yeah. So he pounces off and dissolves into the distance.
I beat him.
So
Man,
the barkeep, Halvrid. Hold on just a second.
That's a really long last name.
Yes.
Halvard, hold on just a second.
That's just the middle name.
first name's Bob.
Bob Helgred. Wait on a second. Hold on a second.
Yep.
So the old guy vanished. The guys at the table don't like the Emperor. Powder keg, huh?
All right. I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Okay.
The barkeep
So,
started just stop
James-
talking.
When I stepped away,
Yeah, we're like Pokemon when you put us back in the ball. We just stop existing for a minute.
Hmm.
Yeah. We go instantly out of character.
fantastic.
Or numb, whichever.
Yes. So, Tom, the barkeep, goes, no. I can take it. If he says Ava's missing, something's gone on at the smithy. You guys look armed. Would you check it out for me?
Yeah, where's the smithy?
It's out here, up the road, north. You'll see the plumes of smoke coming from the chimneys.
Hmm.
I kind of sniff the air. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, you'll be able to find it no problem.
Smells like home.
Yeah, smells like home.
Oh.
I mean, you are welcome to join me.
Yeah, I don't take. I leave my beer on the table. I get up from the table and I walk over, hammer in one hand and my shield on my back.
Excellent.
Before we leave, has anybody read the Wanted? Has anybody?
Well, that's. I mean,
No.
Brian was at the. What's your character name this time, Brian? Actually, sorry.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I was gonna go with Michelangelo.
All right. Well, Michael was eating pizza, looking at the board earlier. But yeah. Did you read the rest of it? I know you said you looked at it.
Anything that makes
You would have been the
sense?
last person to interact with it.
There was a wanted poster, a drawing of an emperor with a goat, and adventurers wanted.
I get a feeling that the people around here are not happy with the current ruler.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Was
that.
it like a wanted, like a criminal wanted?
So
The
the wanted poster. Well, we'll do a little bit of a time hop.
Yeah, backtrack.
Yeah, backtrack a little bit.
You're recalling the memory now.
Yeah, like Brian's character is like realizing what's going on, but now he's like, oh shit, there was a wanted poster over there, and like really focusing on what happened in the past. So the bounty poster is for an Edmund Claremeyer of Orlane. He's wanted for 3 counts of murder. He is outlawed, so he cannot seek protection under any law. He's wanted for 500 gold dead, 1,000 gold alive. You're supposed to return him to Watch Captain Clarkson in Orlane to collect reward.
Hmm.
Thank you.
The rude drawing of the Emperor with in a compromising position with a goat is actually Like when you would look at it, Brian, you would see that there's ink on the other side of it. And flipping around and reading it, it's a proclamation saying, by order of Emperor Valoranth, the subjects of Kinnaranth shall pay 60% of their annual wages to the crown for betterment of the country.
Holy crap.
Mm-mm.
And the third note is labeled Adventurers Wanted, see Amaranth near the capital. So that's literally what it says on the tin.
So nothing important that we need for this little jump.
On this
That's the
moment.
important that you need for this.
Sometimes it's good to know. You know, some towns have wolf problems. You want to know that stuff before you go out. What time of day is it?
Good question.
The sun has just started to set, and there is a warm, light rain pitter-patting down.
Oh yeah, this is like the beginning of a horror movie, guys. Like we definitely want to make sure we're not walking into some like zombie ambush.
I already opened the door to outside.
Excellent. The door was already open to the outside because he's burst forth into the door.
Good point. I stepped through the threshold into the rain.
So the rain pelts you lightly. You instantly know which direction the forge is. You can just feel it in your soul.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna say that's a thing. You know wherever a forge is.
Okay, I'm into it. Absolutely.
Garrett, what's your character's name?
I can feel it in my blood. I get a little bit warm.
That's
My ears tingle.
Are you still
I am. I guess everybody had a consensus on this. I guess so. I am Grod Thunderfist,
Yes.
and I don't know. I'm descendant of an ancient line of blacksmiths and smiths before me,
Oh, sweet.
and a lot of our history and our kind has been wiped out over the course of, I don't know, as the retraction has gone and the depression across this country. And so I am seeking, well, whatever, we'll talk about that later, but
Dwarven male seeking
Yeah.
dwarven female.
yeah. Emperor.
Have you met Bao?
He leans into the camera. The seed is strong.
But anyways, so yeah, I kind of just I'm pointed already in the direction of where I know we need to go.
Okay, and the bartender has the blacksmith.
Yeah, like when I say a keg, it was like a 50-gallon drum. Like he's gonna be able to lift this guy up, no problem.
All right. Well,
So he goes off south towards the alchemist to check out this guy's green blood, and you guys are heading in the direction of Garrett, who can sense the smithy.
all right, let's go.
Let's
We all
hit it.
together? Is everybody here?
Okay. Well, how far are we just going down the street?
Yeah, it's like up the road and through a couple blocks, and most of the shops have closed for the night. You leave like the merchant quarter into the residential. Again, there are candles burning in the windows, and everything looks snazzy and fine. And you see the blacksmith shop on a hill on your way out of the town, essentially.
Okay.
I don't want the
And there's-
strut and everything there.
No indication of a further conflict or fight going on.
No. So do.
I have a thing before I leave the inn building.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What,
Go ahead
what,
with your thing.
what did those three guys do? They just jumped up?
Yeah, they jumped up and they get all
Yeah.
panicky and they don't really know what's going on. They're doing a lot of this.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't know what to do with them.
Okay, before I step out, I'll be the last one out since the bartender has the dude. Before
Okay.
I step out, I want to look at all of them.
Doing
say,
this.
Go home and make sure everything's okay.
Right. they all three follow you out, leaving the door open.
Sure, fine.
Yeah.
fine.
The last sight you see before you guys before you turn the corner and go is that fucking cat just sitting in the middle of the doorway.
Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome.
And again, the grandfatherly figure has fucked right off. Don't know where he went. He was there, but now he's gone. So yes, you get to where like you can see Braun's smithy. There's currently there's no activity there that you can perceive. Like, so you come up to it, and there's still there's a low light burning in the forge. You can still smell the hot iron that he was hammering, like the ozone burning smell, and you can scent blood in the air. It's that palpable. Two figures are sprawled out on the ground, and the anvil has been pushed over, and there you can see a set of legs sticking from underneath the anvil.
Goodness.
Yikes. Before so we're outside, like looking in now, essentially.
Yeah, you are on the outside looking in.
Okay.
You can see through him, and you can see his true colors.
Uh-huh.
And inside is ugly, ugly like.
Ugly like you.
Uh-huh.
Do we have access to the inside? I'm sorry if that was said already.
Do what, Brian?
What's space? Scan.
Do we have access to these people that are laying dead?
Yes, they're on the outside. Like, you guys can see them.
So I have Spare the Dying as a spell. Am I able to touch either of them and prevent them from death?
We'll get back to that in just one moment. Garrett, you were saying something?
No, I was just gonna see if I could just roll perception and see if there was a threat immediately in the shadows around them, or before we step through the you know what I mean, through the doorway, just to kind of take a look a little further at the details around me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me what your half dwarven eyes see.
Oh, I did that wrong. With slash, I'm used to D20 or yeah, D20. There we go. 13.
Excuse me, I have food in my mouth.
You are excused, sir.
Oh, yeah, I'll drink to that.
Craig, I like your glass.
You like it? It's a really big glass. It's wine bottle shaped.
So, immediately around you, you don't see anything lurking in the shadows. Like, you don't perceive any clear threat or any threat at all. Like, this is very much like the aftermath of a massacre.
Got it. Okay. Then Michelangelo, continue.
So, Michelangelo.
I don't do anything else.
I'm gonna pick a better name.
A shorter name, perhaps.
Oh, what?
A shorter name, perhaps.
Yeah. You just call me Mikey for short.
Mikey!
Right. So you guys can actually are approaching the scene now, and I'm just gonna give this to you, Brian. They're dead.
Dang.
There's no sparing the dying.
They're dead, Mikey.
They're also goblins, so you don't know if you would want. I wouldn't want to spare the dying.
Well, I would be okay with sparing the one that's pinned down by the anvil.
Oh, there's not pinned down. It's a goblin versus an anvil.
Yeah, it's dead.
I think I've seen that cartoon.
Yes. But if you would like to, if you would like to give me a medicine check, you could possibly perceive the cause of death.
Yeah, all right.
I wonder if they have green blood too.
Right?
No, not that.
The blood is distinctly red. Very red.
It's in the water.
Did I do that right? I did that wrong.
You type the word roll.
Damn it.
This is too complicated for me. A man.
So with an 11, you're like 80% positive that what killed them was taking a large hammer blow to the head.
Mm.
Like there is a distinctly hammer-shaped hole in each of their noggins.
That means was a blacksmith, probably. But I don't know that you know.
That means the blacksmith probably fucked them up.
that.
Poor bastard.
Probably. So yeah, so there's a lot going on here. If you guys want to do some
Investigating.
investigating, as one does.
Anything else by like track marks in the ground or anything?
Yeah, we're looking for a woman. So are there like human drag feet marks? Or
Mhm.
there
He did come in and say they took her, right?
Yep,
They got
they got her. So if you guys want to, like, if two people want to give me perception checks or investigation checks,
Yeah, I'll
we
go.
can
I
go there.
this whole time I've just been like walking around like a sleuth,
Mhm.
nodding and tasting the dirt.
Excellent. The dirt
Hmm.
Oh,
tells
no.
where your eyes are.
Right. So you said investigation, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Or another relevant skill, if you think you've got a skill that will help you perceive what's going on around you.
I rolled an 8, so there's me.
11. This looks
So-
suspicious.
Oh, average.
As you're investigating and looking around, you go around to the side of the building, and you see that the door has clearly been busted down and is covered in claw marks of various depths.
Claw marks.
There's a cat.
Someone
There's
didn't pay the
cat.
cat.
Cat, drink for the butt.
Cat.
Ooh, super butt.
Oh, buddy.
Jester
cat.
cat.
As usual, right on time.
Yep.
So yes, the door has been knocked over. It has been pushed in, as if something gained entrance. And there are claw marks of various depths.
Do the claw marks resemble anything that I don't know, goblins have claws, I guess? Probably not, right? This must be something other.
The goblins have 5 fingers on each hands, and
Yeah.
coincidentally use a base 10 counting system to count their currency.
Who'd
Enough.
have thought?
So the claws are different. I don't have any sort of. Can I identify whether these were made by a beast?
Yeah, that'd be I'd let you roll survival for that.
Okay. I actually have an okay thing for that. Not good. Very medium.
Not great. With that roll, I'll give you that you can tell that they're definitely bigger than anything a goblin could make. Probably canine.
Mm.
So, were there any other investigation rolls? For searching the area?
I mean, before we move on, unconnected to our quest, I'd like to look around the actual, like, his bench, his tool, like, area.
I gotcha.
But that's just for serving my own purposes.
Yeah. It's relatively sparse. With your knowledge of blacksmithing, you can see that he's clearly got several ball-peen hammers, a couple of 4-pound hammers. There's a 10-pound sledge. He's got various sets of tongs adorning the area.
But nothing that stands out as a unique item.
Yeah, nothing very unique standing out there.
Okay.
There's a quench, But since you're over there, there is the anvil, which is pushed over onto a set of legs, and there's a little bit more to be seen if you would like to give a perception roll.
Under the anvil and where the goblin is dead there?
Yeah, near there.
Okay.
You've triggered my trap card.
Oh boy. You said perception?
Yeah.
18.
18. Hot damn. This is
Okay,
my
so-
jam. So near where the anvil has been felled, you notice a rusted morning star that's much bigger than like one of the goblins would be able to carry, and it is attached to the wall of the smithy,
Okay.
and in between the wall and the morning star, you see the remains of Brahm's hand still grasping his hammer. As it
Jesus.
has been ripped off and pinned to the wall. So, I don't care what you do with that information, but you've got it.
Can I reach over and pull the morning star out of the wall?
Yeah, go ahead. So,
All right.
you do that, the hand falls, the hammer is still gripped in his hand,
Right.
and is no longer on the wall, but on the ground. So,
I guess I would. Is it just a normal hammer? There's nothing special. I don't want to like take his hammer out of his dead hand.
Well, is that the blacksmith? Is that the blacksmith's hand? So
Yeah.
he's not technically
Yeah.
dead yet.
Well, okay. Can we? Is there a way we can attach this? Should I just pick all of it up?
should I just pick all of it up? Did I put it in a bag? Do we have any ice?
I don't know.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Oh god.
Me?
Yeah, you're looking at the hammer.
All right, deal. It's not good.
Alternatively, it's a hammer, which might be of some significance to you, a cleric. So if you have
That's what
something,
I was thinking about. I was thinking about taking the hammer, but I just felt bad about it.
well, if you have a roll that you think would be better than
Ooh.
magic,
That works out all right.
but a 19 works out pretty fucking well. So I'm not even going to suggest
20.
religion. Not going to suggest that you roll religion. So anyway, that hammer, there be magic in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like you, like the like your heart is like the heart of a forge, and just being near this hammer stokes its flame.
Weird, like weapon. I feel it. I sense it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that there is
There's
definitely
something special there.
It's definitely a magical hammer. Something special.
All
It
right.
is
Well,
not a sword.
I reach down and I grab the end of the hammer, and his rigor mortis fingers are still like clenching it tight.
Still clenching it tight.
Yeah, and I have to kind of like go to pull up on it, and it doesn't let go. So I like put my foot like on his wrist for a second.
Yeah, I like that.
I like brace against it and pull it out, and then it kind of like makes a clacking sound as the fingers let go.
Yeah.
I kind of look over at the rest of the party while I'm still holding it.
So, because of that inscription, I'm giving you inspiration. It was beautiful.
Alright, I'll take it.
The first inspiration of the game. Also,
Oh yeah, you have a special inspiration.
well, you've got hero.
Rules.
Inspiration is just 2d20. Hero points you've got
Okay.
3 of, and if you want to fiat the DM, you can spend a hero point and basically become the DM for that hero point. Everybody has 3 of those. And you might get them back if I feel like it later on. Anyway, so Lynn, something that your character notices right away is that blood is distinctly not green.
Do I have another vial?
You do.
I would like to sample it, please.
Excellent. You sample the blood. I almost said you can just pretend that, or you can just have an infinite amount of vials, but I know that will come back to bite me in the ass. You will do something with an infinite amount of vials. So yeah, you sample it. It's fine. Sam.
Tuck it into the same little pocket in my cloak.
Excellent. So you've got green blood and red blood in your cloak now.
I have green blood and red blood in my cloak now.
Same person.
No, from different people. The green blood's from the blacksmith.
Laughin', do they smell any
no.
different?
Gerard,
Yes.
you don't know exactly why this hammer is magical.
Right. But
but
I just know that it has power.
you know that it's got power.
Okay.
And that is what you garner there.
Okay.
What is
How's that?
everybody else looking at?
Should I add like something to my inventory?
Go ahead and add Brahm's hammer.
Bronze.
BRAUM''S or air comma S if you are from the south.
Air comma.
Bronze hammer. Oop.
Hey guys,
Yes.
Hey.
I'm making boobs now.
Nice.
Boobs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice rack.
Yeah. So what's everybody else doing? Like puttering around?
Yeah, what y'all doing while
Did
I'm
anybody-
making
we
awkward
saw-
shit with a hand?
We saw potentially canine tracks, right? Someone did.
Yes.
It's true.
And there is still stuff to be found in the area. Like if this was a video game, there would still be like glowing things on the ground.
Well, we're still looking for Ava. We haven't found anything about her. We found the claw marks busting in. We don't know who busted in or why.
We haven't
But,
gone in yet, though, right?
But the blacksmith was here with some goblin friends, and it looks like someone attacked all of them. So I don't. Someone has it out for goblins and people alike.
Yes. So on that subject, anyone that is near the door still can give me a investigation roll.
Got it. 15.
Did you say 15?
15.
Or 12? 15.
Yes. Unless 12 is more.
12 is not more. It is
Oh.
significantly less.
Hmm.
So 15 gives you you right on the money. Like you're able to look at the door and see that the claw marks from the door are also leading out of the northern entrance of town, and they look like there are drag marks behind them. As if, let's say a 90-pound 10-year-old was drugged behind whatever this thing was. Who knows?
Could be anything.
Could
Could
be
be
anything.
Maybe
Definitely not a 90-pound 10-year-old girl.
Definitely not. But if it were,
It would look a lot like this.
right,
Actually,
and
It might be.
there's a possibility, call me crazy, but it might be Ava.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yes, I am. But we should follow these tracks anyways.
I assume she was the assistant.
Yes. Brahm's name, for anyone that cares, Brahm's name is Brahm.
Brom
His
Brom.
name is Ava Brahm. Hitler
Dare I ask his middle name?
Brahm.
Brom Brom Brom!
You should scare Tally.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to give him another copper.
What is that noise?
So anyway, yes, you have you've garnered that something is here, something has killed these goblins, probably Brom Brom Brom. And that presumably Ava, the assistant and or daughter, or cat, has been drug away.
I feel like this is the trail of the young girl, and we should investigate. There's danger and evil afoot!
There is danger and evil afoot, he says.
And
Are there questions, or are we pointing towards the sky?
Right. My bad.
Oh, no, I was saying there's evil afoot!
Excellent. Yes.
Sorry, no.
Well, I guess I want to make sure I guess we're okay. So time's limited, right? Because this is a kidnapping, clearly.
Yes, you have approximately 48 hours.
Seen it in a show once.
Okay, well that's enough time to look around. I don't even know what we're looking for, but some clue as to who we're up against. Is there like a bit of fabric stuck in a door somewhere, or did someone drop something? Is there anything on the floor that isn't part of the blacksmith stuff? Blacksmith in our party, blacksmith. You look around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I've satisfied my curiosity.
You know what belongs in a blacksmithy and what doesn't more than I do. Anything sticking out besides loot?
Is there anything of I shouldn't be here?
Give me a perception check.
One more time.
One more time. One more again, Garrett.
Whichever one I'm
Test 1, test 2.
or the most active.
So you pick up the most one and give it a good shake, and its eyeball dangles out of the socket a little bit. 17 coppers fall out of its pocket.
That's a lot of pets.
Immediately drop it and just
As
gather the
well
copper.
What looks like, at first glance, 10 rat tails tied together that he just had in his pocket.
Gee. Weird.
I'll
Goblin
take
man.
that too.
Yeah, might come in handy. You might need exactly 10 rat tails. It's like going into a daycare in the middle of the 90s.
Got your fucking
Yeah,
rope.
you never know what you need.
Goblins are funny like that. They usually will. Never mind. We'll get there. I like
Yeah.
goblins.
But yeah, nothing that looks like it's gonna help you discern like what these goblins were doing here. But as far as what the blacksmith or the smithy looks like, it looks and smells like a normal smithy. You've got like tracks leading off into the woods. Claw marks on the door. Some smashed goblins. An upturned anvil. Or
There's something big, that's for sure. Alright, well, ready to go when you guys are.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with my investigation.
excellent. So
To the woods! Or, I don't know. I don't know where the path leads, I guess.
yeah,
I can't see that far.
that's where it leads. So you guys are able to follow the tracks really easily from the smithy through the entrance to the town. There are no guards posted, as you will notice about every entrance to the town. You've not seen any guards here at all, actually. And you guys get to the wood line before the tracks, or before the rain coming down and the dim light are going to force someone to give me a survival check to make sure that you don't end up. Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Excellent. So with a dirty 20, you are able to track the paw prints through the woods, and after about an hour's hike, you come to the edge of a clearing, and it's getting dark. Like it's like I don't know what it looks like at 9:30 right now outside. Like it's very well dusk, and there's a rain falling,
Mm.
and like just outside or just inside of the clearing, say 200 feet away. No, 120 feet away. Exactly 120 feet. You see a mound coming out of the ground, completely covered. Looks like a hill just in the middle of this clearing. And the entrance is being guarded by what you can tell, two goblins from the smell coming from them 120 feet away. These are definitely goblins.
So we can see them.
There's a
Or we can only smell them, or we can actually see them too.
you can actually see them too.
Okay.
It's dark, but it's not too dark yet.
Okay.
And to the right of you guys, there is a large dog, larger than all of the dwarves. Dog, pulling at a chain that has been spiked into the ground.
Mm. A doggy.
And the goblins are paying it zero attention.
Okay, well, I don't like that.
What's the dog doing?
It's pulling at its chain, and it's if a dog could scream, it'd be screaming while it did it.
So it's not quite a whine. It's not a bark.
Yeah,
It's screaming.
yeah.
At the goblins, I take it.
Mostly at the chain. trying to
Itself.
pull it out.
Okay.
Like it's impotent rage.
Got it. Pure frustration.
Yeah, pure frustration.
Okay.
Give me a second. It sounds a lot like this. I'm gonna play a sound.
Oh god.
Come on now.
My dog puppet.
Who's a good boy?
Or I'm not gonna play a sound. Here, maybe. Here we go.
I heard it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Screaming. Yeah. So, in real life, that's a mountain lion screaming.
I've heard that before.
Of
Yeah,
Video.
it's horrible.
It is.
Well, so my
Yeah.
first instinct is to free the dog, but then, like, once a giant murder dog's let loose, like, that doesn't sound like a good end game. So, like, I don't know that I have any food to offer it.
I have a day's worth of rations I can give it half of. I mean, I could give it all of it. Doesn't matter.
Someone, probably a druid, give me a nature check or some other check that would help them identify a beast.
How about animal handling?
That's a perfect one. I'll allow that.
10.
10.
Yeah.
So, based on the distance that you are and the sun setting, and the state of mange that this canine is in, it's either a large wolf or a small dire wolf. Can't really tell.
Wolfie friend. Okay. Well, we need a sheep then.
If one of you wants to dress like a sheep.
No, I don't want to trip that table.
I got it. I'll polymorph into a sheep.
No, get it. No.
No.
All right, so there's goblins around the stake trying to deal with this dog. There's the goblins at the mouth of the mound, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
If you care to know the dog's name, in my notes, I put Chain Chomp ? So, there you go.
That's really funny.
Yeah, Josh thought that was really funny, writing about a dog that's chomping on a chain. Naming a chain jump.
Chain jump.
I mean, that's kind of perfect imagery.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yes, you've got two very, very blasé acting goblins about the dog, and then you've got the dog who is intermittently biting at the chain, snarling, making circles, trying to dig the chain out. All of that.
And it's a big animal, right? Yeah.
It's a big animal. It looks like the two dwarves could sit on its back, no problem. And it looks like it's big enough for one of the human-sized characters to sit on, no problem. The Dragonborn, it might be a little much for.
How long of a walk back is it to the smithy?
It's an hour.
Oh. I knew I should have brought one of those dead goblins with us.
What do you need a dead goblin for?
Feed it.
I mean, I have goblin blood.
I mean,
Conveniently,
we can
there
also
are
make dead
two-
goblins.
living
nearby.
goblins.
This
Yeah,
is a good point.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think we gotta take out the goblins at the mouth of the cave first, because otherwise they'll run in and grab everybody else. And then after that, we can take care of the other ones or let the dog loose or whatever.
And I think we need to be
No doubt.
sneaky.
Do you want
Yeah,
to
you wanna
ignore
try to
the
talk to the
dogs
goblins or we
for
can
now
keep
and attack the goblins?
Goblins can be negotiated with sometimes if anybody has a penchant for that kind of thing.
No, I'm more. I have a penchant for clubbing them in the head.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
exactly a people person, so I can't imagine how much of a goblin person.
If only we had somebody very persuasive in our party.
A little bit more information about the mound that you can see is there are like crates of supplies and barrels stacked up around like where the goblins are sitting or standing rather.
I mean, and there's only two of them, right?
There's only two of them. They're leaning on pretty big crossbows.
Does anybody else have a crossbow in this group? Because I have one, and if we could take them out at the same time.
Well, I do have a crossbow.
I don't think I do. That's all you.
What do you think? Should we try it?
We can certainly try it. I can also attempt to restrain one of them while we take the other one out.
How would you restrain it?
'Cause I'm a magic man.
Crossbow bolt through the Achilles tendon.
Can I, before you guys get too crazy, cast Bless on you?
Bless me, my child. Bless me.
I think I can entangle. I might be able to trap one in place.
Well, yes, allow me to bless you, my child, before you shoot anything, please.
Oh, wait. 120 feet, you said?
120 feet away is the mound.
120 feet away.
Mm.
Can we attempt to maybe sneak around and tiptoe in and kind of get closer unnoticed? To say maybe 80 feet away?
So I'll give you a little bit more of the area. So it is essentially a grove, like surrounded by woods on all sides, and then there is in the center of the grove this mound that they're presumably guarding the mouth of.
Right. And
so there is still forest surrounding the entire
right.
mound.
So there's not a ton of clearing around this mound. We still have some ways to sneak through the woods.
Right.
Okay.
I'll pull up a picture of what the mound looks like, and then share my screen.
And uploading my doodle I just did of that map.
Oh, thanks, baby.
No, thank
Mound. You know, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. Chain jump.
Change out.
Goblins.
Goblins.
Do the crates or barrels
Screen. That is what
look flammable or explosive by chance?
Ooh, it's a glowing mound.
it's a glowing mound.
Oh.
And now I am not sharing the screen anymore.
Goodbye,
I
screen.
would like a butt.
It's the representation of a clitoris from South Park.
Yeah, take it.
So anyway, did you ask if anything looks flammable?
Yeah, you said there were some crates and barrels by them.
Yeah,
Not
go
the
ahead.
store, but the.
Give me the
Object.
best perception check you can give me.
I'll do my best.
Perceive, my boy. Perceive.
Tell me what sense you're using to perceive.
I'm gonna go with smell again. I'm like a fucking hound with this stuff.
He's a hound dog. Ooh.
So you've got a really good sniffer. Like it must be something about you like living underground and forging underground for as long as you have, because you can smell video game red barrels.
All right, that's what I'm looking for.
So those barrels are definitely red barrels.
Yes.
You can smell colors? Man, you must be
potion.
high.
You said there was loot there too, though, right?
Well, there's crate.
Yeah, just yeah.
Can we tell anything about the crates from here?
Actually, that's a good question. Are they made of all wood? Is there like metal or anything like that?
No, they're all wood, and the crates are overflowing with what smells. I'll give him this too. So not only are you smelling red barrels, you're also getting like rotten cabbage, and like I don't know, like if you've opened a can of sardines and you've left it in a warm car for about 20 minutes, that smell.
Yikes!
That's a terrible frame
So
of
very
reference.
strong smell.
Dead body.
It's probably
Yeah.
just goblins.
It's probably
Just like Ma used to make.
racist. That was a racist comment.
I have friends that are goblins. Oh, that didn't make me sound better.
Yeah, it made it sound more racist.
Yeah.
Coming here from Goblin Land.
I'm just saying that every goblin I've ever met smells like sardine
Smells like sardine.
and cabbage.
Excellent. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
all my
yeah.
damage is radiant. The only fire damage is I gotta touch something or heat metal up, but there's no metal. So somebody else can take advantage of the knowledge that there are some explosive containers next to our friends.
they're red containers. They can be filled with napalm or a health potion.
Yeah.
Shoot it at your own risk.
Huh.
Either you've got flaming goblins or you've got goblins that cannot be killed ever.
Only one way to find out.
That's right.
But the goblins have still not noticed you in the tree line, thinking about what to do.
So, is there any way that we can sneak into this, or are we gonna have to? Are we gonna have to face roll hobo?
I mean, we
hobo-
can kind of circle around, yeah.
Are we able to
Yeah.
pass
Sure.
without a trace?
There
Did we
is
have
the
it?
tree line.
Do you have that?
Does somebody have Pass Without a Trace at level 3 already?
Oh, I don't know what level it has to be. That's why I'm asking.
I do not have that.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Do you have without a trace?
Pass
Or
Without a
not.
Trace is a spell from Dungeons and Dragons. It is a level 2 aberration spell. So I suppose some of you could possibly have it.
Don't have.
Ain't
All
got
right,
it.
but if you
Ain't
don't
got
have
it.
I can light things on fire.
But I can be sneaky.
Excellent. So again, it is a mound. There's a tree line surrounding the mound, so you presumably could sneak through the tree line and do that stuff. You'd have to worry about a dog on then your left-hand side or your right-hand side, depending on how far you sneak. But you have a couple different avenues of sneakitude if that's how you want to play it.
Yes.
And it being a grove area that is wild, there are bushes and grasses that are as tall as the goblins.
Is it still raining?
Yes, it is still raining. And it's
Yeah.
getting darker by the minute.
So
Can we get closer without being seen?
Maybe.
If you
We haven't tried yet.
you guys haven't tried, if depends on how low you crawl.
Can we hear anything that the goblins are saying, or is the dog just screaming so loud we can't hear anything?
The dog is screaming really loudly.
Okay.
That's what you're getting.
Well, at
But
least
the
they have to
goblins
hear us.
still, yeah, the goblins still look incredibly bored and incredibly sleepy.
Oh man, I was a sorcerer. I'd have sleep to cast. That'd be sweet.
Can anybody make themselves look like a goblin and like be a distraction? Do we have?
I mean, I could be a distraction even if I didn't look like a goblin.
No, you can.
But there's a very irritated dog that I don't think will take kindly to anybody that approaches. So I think if the dog sees us, we're shit out of luck.
I think the dog doesn't want to be here any more than we do. So
But that's not
I
stopping
guess
him from barking.
You
I bet we can decollar the dog, and then the dog won't be our problem anymore.
I say we blow up the goblins and ask questions later.
luau.
I'm down with that.
What if we make super goblins instead, guys? I
Well,
don't like super goblins.
We'll deal with that problem if that comes
I
up.
want to take the two out by the hump, by the
Mhm.
hump door. Take the two out by the hump door,
The
and
Humpty
then
Hump.
they can't go in and yell for help.
But Garrett, so you said something about red barrels, right? Like I could just shoot it with Eldritch Blast and just blow the whole fucking thing up.
But if it's a health potion, DM already told you it was gonna make super goblins.
Yeah, that's the beauty of D&D. You never know what you're gonna get until
What
you blow it up.
what if we like sneak a little bit closer?
Okay.
Like as close as we can without completely like getting out of the tree line and take down one of them, and then charge the other. So one's already down or at least like wounded. And then we could just like rush them.
If we can get within 90 feet, I can concentrate and channel Entangle, which would
Ooh.
make it hard for them to do anything other than try to get out of it.
Right.
And you can do that if we actually have to fight.
But
We
I
may
have-
not even have to fight this though if we do this right.
You may not have to fight it if you do it right.
Well, try your sneaky sneak thing. Can I? All right. So I'm gonna kind of hang towards the back because I'm not a very sneaky dwarf, and I'm going to ready a reaction.
You said dwarf twice.
Can I ready a reaction?
Yeah, sure.
I would like to ready bless in the circumstance that we are detected by the goblins and combat begins.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna chill while you guys either blow or cover or explode them or whatever.
In years of DMing, I've never had a player ready in action. That was exciting.
Right.
What if we tried to shoot the chain that the dog is tethered with?
That's fun and exciting.
It's interesting. See if it attacks them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as soon as we let it go, it totally will. We just need to get that chain. We need to get the collar off, or we need to get the stake out of the ground, or we need to make friends with it so it doesn't kill us.
And how far away is the dog from the goblins?
You guys are 120 feet away from the goblins. The dog is probably 60 feet away from the goblins.
Okay.
Like halfway in between you guys.
Okay.
But to the right of you.
Who is the dog looking at currently?
Nobody.
Chain, right?
Yeah.
Currently, are you guys all still in the tree line?
Yeah, it sounds like none of us have moved yet.
We're still hidden. Yeah, none of us have.
Okay, so currently the dog is going back and forth between tearing up the chain and like snarling at the goblins trying to pull the chain out of the ground.
So dogs
Val, what do you say about trying to maybe clang right through that chain?
Okay. I'd be down with that.
or like Dragonborn pull it out of the ground or something?
Hold that thought.
Worst case scenario, he just mauls us to death. It's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Well,
guys,
we also have animal handling, so I mean,
I have animal handling.
I can probably kill the dog if that
we
comes
got
up.
a couple of animal handling people that could
Just-
probably calm the
just to be
dog
clear.
down and get it to not kill us.
Listen, I'm all for taking care of the good boy.
I don't know how good of a boy it is all I'm saying.
I don't know if he eats the goblins for you. He might be the goodest boy.
Well, that's the truth.
Is it a kind of wolf that would maybe have like if I, you know how like birds, you can sometimes call at them and they'll call back at you. Is this like a thing where if I were to scream, the dog would like be like, "Well, wait a second."
Oh my god. Please,
My animal
please-
handling
please
knowledge.
make a mountain lion scream.
You
I'm just trying to retrieve the information. I'm not trying to actually scream right now.
Oh no, I want to hear it.
so you know about the information you have about wolves and dogs in general, that if you start a howl is started.
Okay. All right. That's fun. So what if I distracted the dog with a howl long enough for someone to get close enough to get the chain?
Well, I'm wondering.
So you don't
So
get bit.
I have Sacred Flame, and it has a range of 60 feet. Can they attack the chain and try to use the flame to melt it? The dog can pull it apart.
Or burn
Sacred
the stake.
flame won't melt steel beams.
I think it hits that creature, right?
What?
Sacred flame.
Well, it does say creature, but since we're not in an
What about your dragonborn breath? Would that melt it?
oh no, that's an interesting thought. I mean, it is fire. How hot is my fire breath?
It does. It does radiant damage.
Still.
No. I mean, I have a heat metal spell, but it would burn the dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
I'm thinking if I could distract the dog, then dragonborn could pull the thing out. I don't know, but then we're still exposed. My plan's not good. I have green blood in my pocket.
You're saying Dragonborn, and every time you say Dragonborn, I keep going Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, and I can't help it. But I'm angry at myself that it happens every time.
Sloughin, right?
Yo,
Yeah. You still got that bottle of green juice?
I do. I have green blood.
Can I check? Can I have a look at that?
Well, sure. Here you go.
I have to go back up in my notes 2 pages.
I pull out my green vial and I say, "Well, here you go. Here's my green blood. I want to study it when I get back. I've never seen a person with green blood before."
Yeah, me neither. Can I check this out and see if it's blood or if I can figure out what it actually is?
Sure.
Should I roll like an investigation for this here, Jazz?
I give you the green vial. My vial of green.
Take investigation. I would take survival. I would take intellect, if you just want to do a straight intellect check. Book learning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Book learning.
All right. With investigation, that is a 20.
You're a bard, correct?
I am.
Okay. So somewhere, as you're like just trying to consume as much knowledge as you can as a bard and trying to find anything that's interesting to you, one of the books you got your hand on as a young bard was a book on poisons and their anecdotes.
Mm. Okay.
I said anecdote. That's not
Antidote.
correct. It's antidote.
Yeah.
Reading a quippy story won't cure the poison.
Right.
But
That could be the antidote.
it could be could be. So deep in the pages, you seem to remember a poison called Chimera's blood
Mm.
that, if applied to a blade or an arrow, would cause immediate paralysis and death within 12 hours.
Mm.
I would remind you that Brahm was not showing the effects of immediate paralysis.
Right.
He also walked there with no hand, so he is
Right.
of tough enough.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna.
Clearly, may have been a hero in a previous campaign. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. So I'll give it a whiff. I'll kind of look at it, inspect it, and I'll look at everyone, and I'll say, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see the marching band. And while we were there, I said, "Fuck that!" And I went to the library, and I read about some poisons, and I think this is Chimera's blood. And if it's Chimera's blood, I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I think I have a temporary, a possible solution to our goblin problem. The bad news is that Brom is suffering from that same solution right now, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time left.
You also recall,
What's that?
you don't recall the antidote.
Oh yeah, I have 0 clip. So we can dip a couple of our crossbow bolts in some of this. I don't look at Loffen blood, and shoot the goblins with it.
I helped.
You helped.
You
What do we think about that?
Do it.
And
All that
everyone
is motherfuckers.
who doesn't have crossbows, maybe go focus on getting Scrappy free of his leash.
I also equip my shield now.
What do we
Thanks
think?
for saying it before combat.
Yep,
Wait,
you got it.
This readying an action thing. Can that apply to my wildfire spirit, my little foxy friend?
Probably. You can pretty much ready any action you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I use Armor of Agathis before we do any of this?
Yeah, because I feel like we kind of have a plan now. Guys,
Sure.
we have a plan.
A plan?
Yeah.
Wait, Fallon, can I have that green blood vial back? Whatever's left of it.
Yeah. Do you
Well,
mind if we
You
use a
guys
little
dip
bit?
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys need to use it
I
first.
can use it, but my pocket's cold now without it. I got used to it.
Oh, I understand. We wouldn't want you to get cold. So I'm gonna pour just a little bit on a bolt, on the tip of a bolt,
Cool.
and I'll give a little to pass it over to Mikey here, so he can put a little on his, and I'm gonna load her up.
Did you say phenomena?
DBDB.
So-
I take a little bit and also load my arrow.
I've never heard that song.
It's a great song. We'll teach you about it when we get back to town.
All right, so it's official. So I run the rules where if something just makes its way into universe, it happens in universe. So there's D&D 5th edition Muppets equivalent in universe now because you guys have brought it up in character.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So
There's
there you go.
somewhere where they do a puppet show.
Yeah.
Brom Henson, right?
Yes.
So you guys have 2 crossbows loaded up with chimera blood.
All right.
I guess I'll bless you guys now.
I love when I stumble backwards into something good.
I burn first level spell, bless, targeting Fallon, Michael, and
Jolo.
I guess me with the third target.
Dope. Do you
Okay.
remind the class what bless does?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, I know, but Brian probably
Right.
does. So
I bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll an additional d4. Add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So basically, you get a d4 on your guys' attack, so you hit a little better.
Nice.
dope.
Most dope.
Or if you have to make a save, I'm going to come up too.
All right.
Which is nice.
Mike, you
The
want to
dope
take the one on the
is-
left? I'll get the one on the right.
I do like a little you were
Sure.
blessed my children, and then you. Yeah.
Hand out to bless us, and I touch my fingers to his like a high five.
Excellent.
Hey, with my setup, can I do Armor of Agathis as a cantrip, or do I have to burn a spell slot?
So, Armor of Agathis is a warlock invocation. You don't have to burn a spell slot to use it. You can cast it as if it were a cantrip. but you can only cast it once per long rest.
You get like one shot at it, basically.
Yeah. So you have Armor of Agathis for
How long does it last?
a minute.
I have a
Just like
question.
one bite.
So if I ready an action, and what does that do? That means if we're surprised, I can just like do that thing.
Yeah, it's like an if-then statement. So you get to say if X, then I Y, and
Yeah.
you choose that action for whatever
I
the
know
trigger
what Y
is.
but what's the X? Like,
Whatever you want it to be. It could be like if the dog gets loose. If
Yeah.
I don't know. If Fallon falls on his face, I
so much squiggies. That's fun.
fucking ball tap him on the head. Like you can do whatever you want it to be. It just
Although you might throw yourself into a loop and cause yourself to shut down.
don't write too specific of instructions. I
don't
guess.
like too specific of instructions. Unlike wishes, this is a place to be vague.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's fun. Okay.
You can even do it in combat too. Like you can
Yeah.
hold your turn and wait for something to happen.
Like I hold my action until they
Things
attack.
are
Or
happening
something.
on my table, everyone.
Oh, here comes the vomit.
Thank
And
you
the
guys for
cursing.
not being dicks and just like explaining stuff to me. I appreciate that.
Yeah. There's a quilt happening.
Oh, cool!
Yay, quilt!
Hooray!
I met a friend.
Ooh. She says hi. I'm out of frame.
Fine.
Shit. For the spell. Well, I broke it.
No.
So we've got a plan.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, so who's coming with me to try to get the dog free?
I'll do it.
That's you?
I'll stand behind you too, in case the dog charges you or something. I don't know.
I want to sneak over into the clearing nearest to where the dog is and just I guess see what happens with them trying to shoot the goblins first.
Yeah.
Because if they
Well,
can draw the attention of the other goblin, there's like 3 or 4 goblins chilling out. If you guys who dropped the first 2, if we can get the attention of the other ones in a different location.
That's actually
Donette, what's your character's name?
Ballora. Bal.
Valora?
Yeah,
Valora?
Balura. Optional air comma.
It's definitely got an air comma in it. I'm glad that
It
has become vernacular that has been adopted. I love contributing to the lexicon of a group.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also picked a better name. Koskinen.
Gene.
Koskinen. Okay.
Ballora Bronstone.
There you go. I like that.
Okay, well,
Valora.
if Laura and I, if we can sneak over close to the dog and wait until maybe there's an opportunity for us not to die, we might be able to, like, you know, Chris Pratt, Jurassic Park this thing, and since we can do that in canon now, that's the part of our world too. You're welcome.
Great.
Mhm.
Great. So now there's an island of dinosaurs. Well, I'll spare no expense.
Oh God, what did I just do? Okay, so you know what I'm saying. You guys get it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Alright.
digging this blood collection I have. I wouldn't mind some more though. So keep your eye out for some interesting stuff.
So
Might have some demon dog blood in a second.
I kind of know what everybody's doing, but I need to know how the stack resolves. So
Somebody plays Magic.
yeah, what?
Yes, he does. That's what I was telling you we should draft with.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening first? Or is this all happening simultaneously?
Same time.
I think they'd be stealthy and start moving.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
they're before
Wait till
we
they
shoot.
get close. Well, and we should get
Yeah,
closer
so
too.
we
First,
We should get closer. too.
I don't want to get terribly close personally.
So are we all rolling stealth
Yeah.
checks then?
I guess I have
I
to.
personally would
I
like
was
to
trying
be
avoid it.
within 80 feet.
You don't have to roll a stealth check.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna stay in the back and not roll a stealth check.
Or just
But
going to just hope that the other's stealthiness
I have faith in my group. I'm probably gonna have to roll initiative soon,
Fallon,
so I'm just
are you
waiting
ready
for
to
it.
go if this shit goes sideways?
Yeah. I mean, I'm already aiming at the one on the right.
Cool. Just making sure. I got the one on the left.
These taste better this year. Yeah.
I can't compare.
Yeah. Excellent.
I rolled a 3.
You're
Tristan,
so stealthy.
I rolled
Oh,
a 4.
I rolled a 2, and then I had a
+1.
1.
Okay. Are you going for the dog?
Well, we were gonna go try to release the dog and turn it on the goblins.
Distinctly not a kraken. I see. So you guys try. You feel really stealthy, but Ballora,
Oh boy.
you hear her going.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Yeah. Pretty much exactly that. Fortunately, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Are you guys getting feedback from my mic?
Yes.
A little bit.
I thought you were
Okay.
doing it for effect because it started when you started saying stealth.
Stealthy.
Stealthy.
It's my mic is suddenly being pretty weird. Probably because I touched it. Anyway,
Cut it out, Mikey.
so the dog stops and makes eye contact with Lothwin. And she presumably makes that exact face and motion that she's making now. And there's give me an insight check, Lynn.
Okay.
Hopefully this rolls a little better.
It's an 8. That's not a little better.
Yeah, there you go. Vaguely.
I gotta go do D20, guys.
Think
Mhm.
the dog doesn't want to eat you.
You think?
That's good news.
Mhm.
That's what you're getting from making eye contact with the pooch.
Dog doesn't want to eat me. Still might
Maybe.
want to fuck me. At least doesn't want to eat me.
Maybe.
Dogs can be aggressive sometimes. I'm not all about that.
Yeah. So while this is happening, presumably the other foolish people in our party are moving on up.
Moving on.
Did you guys?
Yes.
Are you stealthing or shooting?
Oh, I guess yeah, because we do need to move up. Let me roll a stealth.
Or both?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a little stealth check here.
I'm gonna roll a stealth.
What's the first tier of range on your crossbow? You said it's 80.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 1. So
You heard one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't shoot any of us with a chimera poison, please.
I mean, I didn't shoot yet. I was stealthy.
Oh, that was your stealth.
That was
Oh,
my
okay.
stealthy?
Don't trip on your chimera poison bolt, please. Yeah. Did you roll a nat 1 or did you reduce it to a 1?
Oh no, it was a nat 1. So no amount of blessing.
Now you have the attention.
Yeah,
of
did you roll with your +4 as well?
I don't know. It's gonna make a difference. It's a nat 1. All right.
It doesn't. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just being an asshole.
So I think raw is you can't actually crit fail a skill check.
Okay. Well, that would make it a 5.
So
Or wait,
let's
that would make it a 9.
All right, so you've got a 9.
I
Yeah,
also rolled a 9.
Excellent.
Did you add a D4 for bless?
I did.
No, shit, I did not.
Or wait, is it only it's attacks and saves? Never mind. You don't get a D4. I lied to you.
That would make it a 5.
D4 for you.
Yeah. It's not ability checks.
So in the quiet of the dog has now stopped barking and is paying attention to Lynn's character. But again, doesn't look like it wants to eat you, but doesn't look like it wants to be your friend either. the goblins have kind of stopped looking as sleeping, and have now noticed you guys in the clearing.
I'm a tree. I'm a tree.
With that,
Okay,
it's going
about
to
how far
be-
away are we?
Say you guys got about 30 feet in, so you're like 90 feet away.
Okay.
Before being spotted, and they arm themselves. Well, they're already armed. They pull their crossbows up to ready and squeak at each other in a dog-like language that nobody probably understands unless you can speak Goblin.
No goblin here.
Cool. And they sound like chirps and barks of hamsters and dogs at the same time in my head. So anyway, that's initiative.
Hey,
Who wants to roll initiative?
What do we roll for?
Yay.
Before we start initiative, how I typically do like initiative encounters for like lower level stuff is I just have the monsters go on the same initiative.
Okay.
Does anybody have an issue with that, or would you like me to roll initiative twice for these two goblins?
no, you're good.
Fine with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Dope. Dope.
Cool, cool.
It's like a howl. We've started it.
Yep.
We need to finish watching that.
Oh, it's never finished
We're
watching it.
binging.
Never
Three
finished.
of
It's
it
so
in the
good.
morning.
Yeah.
I actually forgot we were watching that.
Yeah, we need to go back to watching.
Yeah, it's real good.
The 11 is me, by the
Damn.
way.
I want to do that pillow for the blanket fort.
Yes. And then play True American.
I rolled
Yeah.
6. Oh, we need to play True American. Do you guys
It's
want to
been
do
so
that?
long. So long.
Yes, please, soon, please.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we're back at the beginning of
Fowler
July.
Probably goes first.
Probably.
Okay.
Garrod, what is your dexterity modifier?
0.
Excellent. I mean, not excellent for you.
Whoever tied. Is that
I need
yours?
to
Must be
drink,
yours.
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay.
You're gonna have to make that from me.
This okay. I go later in turn.
What did you roll?
That.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't have to do anything.
So it's a little bit more confusing without you guys just hollering it out at me, apparently.
21!
Oh no, that's more confusing.
Ah!
So
We're adaptable. You tell us what you want, Overlord.
Yeah, I was just succumbing to peer pressure.
Overlord as first, please. It makes me feel too powerful.
Run to the bathroom real quick.
Don't trip.
Yeah, don't run too fast.
You know what? This is Garrett. What did you roll?
14. Right? No. I can't see it. Hold on. I'm an idiot. Yeah, 14.
All right. Craig.
All right.
What is-
I've got the crossbow loaded.
Right, but what did you roll?
Oh,
For
21.
Okay. I got myself confused on my paper, so
It happens.
again. Brian.
He rolled a. He put it in the thing.
11.
11. Okay.
Wait, he just rolled a d20. Does he have a plus to his initiative score?
Oh, where do you find that?
On the top of the character
next to
sheet?
your armor class.
Yep.
Tell me.
The plus 0. I think. What it says.
And Lynn, what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
And you don't have a plus to your initiative?
I do not, as far as I know. A box of we never filled it in.
And then. Okay, so the top of initiative is Craig's, but I think initiative is a great spot for bathroom breaks. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Same.
Good call. To be continued.
I look down the crosshairs of my crossbow, and then I go pee.
Bathroom break for everybody.
Hey, hi, buddy. Who's a little boy?
While we're breaking here, were you hearing any of my sounds at all? Damn.
Discord and SoundPad, or whatever combination of the two programs, broke like a little while ago, like a month ago. The vocal stuff will transmit, but none of the audio, like the sound, like the music, nothing on the music wavelength transfers to me, or will transmit rather.
But for why?
I don't know. And in a weird, it's like a really specifically weird bug.
Magic Man.
Yeah, like I could hear that.
No,
But if
God,
you have anything
please,
that's
no,
like
no,
not just vocals, it won't come through. You're like,
Stop. Hammer time.
this doesn't play through. But if you get to like where the vocals are, like you hear it, like it'll cut in and out.
Yeah.
But if you play like something like this, that's mate. Like just the vocals like come through fine.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know what happened, but about a month ago, all the clips broke.
Still has beer.
It makes me angry.
I know, isn't it annoying? I've been playing Warzone like last week with no drop music because like
What the hell?
we can't play any of the sounds anymore. And we used to have all these songs, and they sound so weird with just the vocals like separated.
Well,
Like
yeah.
DMX sounds terrible.
Well, yeah, it's probably because he's dead, but
Oh my god. We have the Eminem, like, this looks like a job for me. Like,
yeah.
just like everything is just that. There's like the Childish Gambino fucking bonfire, like, it's singled out.
Right. That makes me sad in pants.
While we are waiting.
While we what?
I'm glad there's already a memes channel.
Absolutely.
Why isn't this working?
Wow.
Everybody's really quiet. They don't need to be. Just dropping this in the memes channel. It's my favorite video on YouTube ever. Who died?
Arakita.
Avita.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is a laptop?
It's a computer. You can have a right. It's gonna take me forever to cut. Oh, sorry. That was an attempt at what?
Will you taste that and tell me how I did?
No, what? I'm drinking absinthe.
I tried to make.
I'll sniff it. I'm not drinking it. I'm drinking absinthe. Did you put orange bitters in it?
Yes.
Yeah, it smells good. You got like sort of cherries. You know, we have oranges somewhere. We have like an orange.
I looked. I just squeezed a little bit of lemon juice in it.
You don't like the half.
I didn't know there was one.
That was pretty fantastic.
Smells good.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
I've never made one before. I just kind of went with it.
What is it?
It's an old fashioned
Nice.
or an attempt at one.
I could drink whiskey.
Well, making old fashions is the best, dude.
Should I drink whiskey?
They are delish.
I'll never not be a bad
I
influence.
put a little bit of sugar in it too because I thought I was supposed to.
Sure.
You are supposed to.
Cool. Then I didn't fuck it up totally.
Yeah, you gotta
Old
mix.
fashioned has simple syrup and fruit. Manhattan is just whiskey, bitters, and vermouth.
If I was bottled, I would just be bitters.
Awesome.
I really want to do some lemon simple syrup. I think that'd be fun. Like
Sure.
peel the lemon, throw the sugar in it, and just like let it pull all the lemon juice out of it, then make the simple syrup out of that.
Yeah.
Peel the lemon. Peel the
I used to
lemon.
make ginger and mandarin orange simple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did. I also
And,
your way to say ginger, which I wish I had known for us then. And I
Yeah,
am
be nice.
currently making watermelon gin in my
Ooh, sounds yummy.
Sounds like eating watermelon rolled in cotton balls.
Yeah, and then you'll get dizzy.
Yay, dizzy.
Chasing Dizzy.
Yep.
That from the mothballs, cotton balls,
Juniper.
Cotton moth.
Are we all back? Oh,
We are.
let initiative commence.
All right.
Right.
Hey.
To get our butt kicked, guys.
Quick, one of you pick up a
That
guitar
connection.
and play a thick solo. So initiative order is Craig goes first,
Yes.
Big surprise.
and then after
Your
Craig,
video's off.
I go.
Oh shit.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Cool.
And that's the
Cool,
order
cool.
of initiative.
Okay.
It's a 6-second combat round.
Shooting the crossbow at the goblin on the right.
Goblin. All right, goblin on the right. The laced crossbow, correct?
Yes.
Not changed out
Poison
bullets.
Poison bolt.
All right. His armor doesn't look too tough.
Okay. Well, I doubt it's tough enough to beat a 22.
It is not tough enough to beat a 22.
Give me that sweet
You
D8.
slam the bolt directly center mass, and it hits with so much force it like thuds him back a little bit. He has enough time to look surprised, and then collapse on the ground, paralyzed. And roll your damage as well, because he still takes damage. It's still a fucking crossbow bolt.
Yes, that would be 8.
Lost my pin. 25 experience points to the person that finds my pin.
Found it.
Excellent. Well, much like Whose Line Is It Anyway, the points don't matter.
Hey!
Does that mean I get to push the buzzer at the end while you read the credits in a funny voice?
Yes. Okay, so it's the goblin's turn. The first goblin falls on the ground paralyzed. The second goblin kind of freaking the fuck out because you just paralyzed his. He thinks his friend is dead in one shot. So he thinks you guys are much bigger than he has any right to think. So he dives behind one of the barrels as his full move action and levels his crossbow at you and shoots it at the big scary guy that just shot his buddy. So I'm going to roll a dice, and I will tell you what dice I rolled after I roll it. It was a D20.
Ah, yes.
And I rolled a 12 versus your AC.
My AC?
Yes.
No, that does not hit.
Did I say 12? I meant 15.
Did I say no? I meant yes.
Ah. Well, so the crossbow bolt lobs itself off into the distance. He's clearly too frightened to get a good bead on you. But he does technically have full cover at this point as he ducks behind a barrel. No, I'll say 3/4 cover. I want something to hit.
Right. Wait, so he doesn't hit me?
He does not hit you.
He was joking.
He rolled a 12. Sorry, I'm told people don't always know when I'm joking.
Listen, I get that, but I just figured like you misread the roll or something like that because I do that like 90% of the time. So.
Yes.
All right, cool. Whoosh.
I have a lot of trust in me, Alicia says. Just rolling D6s. Like, I've got 30 D6s over here, and that's how I make all my rolls.
Awesome.
Okay, so after the Gobs, it's Garrett. It's another man who starts his name with G. Garrot. Which is a wire around my throat.
Slightly different.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so how far away am I?
You're around 90 feet away.
Pretty far away.
Pretty far away.
90 feet.
So, dashing uses my action, correct?
Correct, Amundo. Poor favor. I don't know French. I'm sorry, guys.
I will then just cast
Biblioteca.
Guiding Bolt then,
Excellent.
which is going to end my concentration, right? Or no, only if I do another concentration. Correct?
I
Right.
believe casting a spell ends concentration.
Okay, so Bless is done. A flash of light streak towards the creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage. The next attack roll made against the target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target. Okay, so if I do a spell attack, it's just my thing plus 6. Okay.
My act, I believe, right?
What's up?
Versus AC, right? It's not like versus will or.
Yeah, it just says make a ranged spell attack against the target. It doesn't say any sort of.
Cool.
19?
Cool.
Damn. Yeah, it hits. Yeah, like you've basically, like, it looks like in the dim lighting that you've shot a flare from a flare gun. Like, it does that trailing light effect.
Cool.
As it hits its target dead on. right in the balls.
Okay.
2, 1, 1. 8 damage, I hope is enough. I don't know, probably not.
And are you shooting at the paralyzed one or shooting at the one that can actively attack you?
One that can actively attack. Sorry, I should have specified before I.
Dope. So
The
how do you
left
want to
one.
do this?
Get him.
Oh, yeah. All right. I didn't expect it at 8 damage. So it wasn't a huge damage shot, so it doesn't like explode this thing or anything like that. But you said it shot out kind of like a flare.
Yeah, I'm imagining it like you've popped a flare gun off of a boat or at a bear or something.
Okay, so it like kind of arcs slowly. He's kind of squinting at it as it's getting closer, 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 and it kind of hits him in like the neck and the collarbone, and it gets caught inside of his shirt, and he just starts burning and burning. And you see him like and start jumping around and trying to put it out, and before you know it, his clothes are just smoldering, and he's just like engulfed in radiant damage.
I like that. I like that a lot. The only words he knows in English as he drops to the ground, literally a husk of his former self, is "You know, take candle," and he dies.
You don't take candle.
Possibly.
Goblins, kobolds, exact same thing. They all
Gobbled,
don't-
Koblin.
So, I would say that was a pretty successful round. The two guards are incapacitated / dead.
What's going on with this dog?
Did Thunderfish just annihilate them?
The one goblin and the other one is paralyzed now.
Okay, so yes, a rules clarification. Casting another spell that requires concentration breaks concentration.
Oh, okay. So bless is technically still
Bless
going.
is technically still going.
Okay.
So yeah, so you got this dog who has quieted down, and someone give me an insight roll on this dog's face that he's making. Several people can. I don't give a shit. I just rolled the dice behind the screen, guys.
That was a nat 20.
Hey, boo.
Yeah,
Damn.
you're over here with me. That's perfect.
So you, Balora, and you
Alone know that dog definitely not going to attack you. That dog is impressed about how swiftly you took out enemies that it couldn't kill itself.
Sweet.
The rest of you that rolled get the same thing. No.
I would like to cautiously approach this pepperoni if I can and
All
get
right.
that collar off of him.
So
Yeah. I
you
wanna-
cautiously approach the steaming pepperoni pizza,
Mm.
and you like it's the lock looks pretty complicated around its collar. The stake in the ground looks a lot less complicated.
How well's it
So it's
cooked?
up to you as to which one you want to go for.
Hmm.
What's it cooked?
Anybody have lock picking?
Let me see.
The lock is also comically large. You could fit an entire arm in the keyhole.
Let's do the lock because I want to get him totally free.
Excellent. You stick your arm into the keyhole and clink. It just all the tumblers go. It was a really shitty locked lock.
Sweet.
Good on you for not trying to pull the stake out of the ground. That would have been much more difficult. So
Totally wasn't gonna do that.
the lock falls off the dog's collar, and it like sniffs at you and does like a little sneeze, like a at you, much like Emmett does. If anybody is familiar with
Emmett. I'm now picturing this wolf dog as Emmett, so.
Oh yeah.
before it bounds off in the exact opposite direction as you and fucks off completely. Like
Like-
off the map.
Back the way we came? Or.
Godspeed.
No.
That's gonna be a Deus Ex later.
Yes, actually, go ahead and like Deus Ex pepperoni. Write that down. Like at some point, you can call on that dog when you're in mortal peril, and it might come to your heed.
Nice.
I got my inspiration from Resident Evil 4 when you free the dog from the bear trap and
Mm.
it comes along later and fights El Gigante with you.
Yes.
Again, I don't speak Russian, so I don't know what I just said.
Giant goat penis, actually.
Oh,
I'm fluent in Russian, so.
that was my nickname in high school.
Uh,
So the dog has fucked off. You have a completely conscious but 100% paralyzed goblin, and one goblin that has been burned to shit.
yes. All right.
And we haven't exploded any of the things, the barrels or anything.
No, uh-uh.
Barrels
Killed
of
any of
fun.
the things.
I think I'm gonna inspect the smelly crate.
Do we just ignore the
The cabbage
goblin?
crate?
We just step over the goblin. We just ignore it.
Well, I
Ignore it right now.
figured somebody over there would.
I'm gonna go check out my paralyzed boy.
So the smelly crate, you assume it's just like a week's worth of goblin rations. There's rotting cabbage mixed with like fish that have been sitting in the sun too long, and you're pretty sure that used to be hardtack, but it's molded. Somehow hardtack molded. So it's the conclusion that you can draw from is it's both very arid and very moist wherever these goblins came from.
My cabbages.
Yeah, basically.
Me and Donette are making the same face.
That's the I don't like the word moist face.
If my descriptions get too moist,
Would you prefer wet and
Can
sticky?
I climb on top of the hill? You know, the dog fucked off and the dog chilled out.
do what, Lynn? You cut out.
I want to climb on top of the hill.
Excellent. Give me an athletics check.
18.
So you start to climb the hill, and the rain's coming down hard enough now that the grass is a little slippery. You see your stamina wheel up top, kind of clink down, climbing in the rain, and you slide. But with just barely enough stamina left, you scramble your, I don't know, you're soaked and covered in mud all the way to the top of the hill. And you can see as far as your eyes can see into the woods, into nothingness.
Worth it. Hey guys, slip and slide?
Yeah, 100%.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
They say it's
But,
Is that before or after we climb the hill? Ew.
while climbing the hill.
Is there anything interesting to see up here? Did any I guess it wouldn't be campfires because of the rain. But...
You see so in the distance, further south, like if you are facing south, the north is to your ass. You can see a spire in the south, but it's too obscured by like forest and darkness and clouds to see exactly what it is. There's just a spire to the south of you.
Gotcha.
Someone write that down because I will fucking forget it as soon as we go into the mound.
Yep. Yeah, I got it.
Someone on the ground, if they want to give me a perception check, that would be fine, but they don't have to. I mean, I'm just God and everything.
Right. I mean, what you will.
Yeah, what does he even know?
What's that?
Perception check.
Yeah, I said, what does he even know? But
18.
I did not roll.
Well, I slip and slide back down the hill.
I have 17.
So 15 would get it. So looking at the entrance to the mound, you get the feeling it's like this has been buried a long time, and it's just recently been excavated very hurriedly. Did you say which? Which?
Which?
Also, Lynn, go ahead and give me a roll of a 1d2, please.
A woman now?
1d2.
I
It
got
doesn't
Oh.
exist in real life.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin, roll a 1d6. Odds are. Hey, look at that, a 2. You take 2 points of damage as you reach your terminal velocity coming down the hill on the slip and slide.
Oh my god.
Oh god! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yeah, you're not sure if those are briars or brush burn in your ass, but you're feeling it.
Mhm.
So what do we do now?
I'm gonna check out the paralyzed goblin boy and see if I can find anything on his person.
All right, so do you like pull a Donnet and just like shake this motherfucker down for his lunch money? This chump.
I am regrettably not
Oh,
quite
God.
as strong, so I'm just gonna kind of give him a good feelski.
Ah,
Good old goblin
Uh,
feelski.
a little goblin feelsky. So you're rummaging through his pockets, and you think you
Look at me,
feel
Jack.
you think you feel like what could possibly be like maybe a 16-ounce soda can,
But he's just happy to see me.
but you're very remiss to see that he's just extremely happy to see you. But you will forever now have to realize that goblin peni are just the same shape and girth as a 16-ounce soda can.
hmm
Oh god.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah, you shake him down, and there's like 30 coppers
Okay.
on his person, and he has a tangle of what looks like 3 rat tails on him.
Hmm.
I'll take those.
Whoa. Who made you the Rat Tail King?
Well, depending on what pipe she finds, she could definitely become queen or king of the rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Pied Piper exists in this universe, guys.
I'm
Great.
wondering if that's like a marker rank or something because you have one that's 10.
Can we shake down the dead
Ooh,
one?
yeah.
So is it a currency or is it a rank system? More info needed.
So
You're asking the real questions.
you shake down the dead one, and along with 12 pieces of copper, you find 2 rat tails and a glass marble.
Oh, marble. Fun. I'm thinking currency. I guess we'll find out.
Never know. Goblins are funny like that. So I've
Someone-
heard.
Does
Someone
anybody
talk
have knowledge goblin?
Of what?
Knowledge goblin just sitting around somewhere?
I
No.
don't think so.
No goblin
Cool.
knowledge here.
Dope.
I know ledge.
So yeah, you shake down both the goblins. That's what you get from them. The one goblin is super fucking dead. The other one is getting deader as the hours progress.
Do
But-
either of them have any extra crossbow bolts?
You find 1 crossbow bolt in the one that was shot with the crossbow bow, and you do not. Was the other one shot? No. So
No.
you find 1 crossbow bolt.
Boo. So they were out of ammo even?
Yep, they were out of ammo. They bluffed you. They only had 1 bolt between them.
And they wasted
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you pick that up,
Not
I'm gonna
very
try and
well.
snap that from him because it was my crossbow bolt.
He's over here doing inventory.
I'm gonna try and snag that, and be like, "I'll take that, thank you."
Yep. Careful where you put it. It's still poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to how you know muddy here? I give. What's your name, Michelangelo? What are you now?
Can
I give Kosakin a big muddy hug.
I read your name as Krasinski for whatever reason.
do that.
Okay, so you guys are equally as muddy now. and we'll gain advantage should you guys have to hide in the bush.
Convenient.
You guys are outside of this mound.
You said there's a way into the mound, like a not a cave, but a hallway or something.
Streaming
Charge.
power. So
Did anybody else take damage besides me for being stupid? Or are we good?
No, I don't think so.
So basically, what you can see of the mound is this here. That is the entrance to the mound. So
I'm happy to go take a look. Anyone with me?
Yeah, I'm in.
Absolutely.
I was just kind of curious about what was in these barrels and crates and stuff because like they could be napalm or they could be potion, but if they're potion, like we could like stick our heads in them or something.
Yeah. I think they're explosive.
Okay.
So if
Don't know if you don't look. Let's find out.
yeah, if you crack one of the barrels open, you basically find a 50-gallon drum of lamp oil.
Nice. What would someone
And if
need
you
with
find-
50 gallons of that?
If you find some styrofoam laying around, you can mix it in with the lamp oil and make napalm.
Napalm. Yeah.
Where are those Muppets when you need them?
Off in another part of the country, obviously.
Okay, good to know. We can always like dump it down the hole and light it on fire later if we need to escape once we have Ava.
She said.
I like that.
Dope. Dope.
Dope. Cool.
Happy to take point inspecting this mound because I have dark vision.
All right. Brian's taking point.
I need dark vision.
I'm glad that we're establishing pecking order.
I'll bring up the rear.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I'm gonna bring the rear up on his rear. We can fight over the back if you'd like.
So,
After you, I insist.
No, after you.
No, please, sir, please.
What?
It's not a terrible idea to have somebody keep watch. I'm just saying. I'm also down with everybody coming with.
Who is the most perceptive? Like, are we doing this? I don't know.
Are you metagaming, Balor?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Maybe?
Yeah, don't.
Choice for
You don't
it.
know my character sheet. Get out of here.
I'll stop.
I'd be a good choice for it. I'd be a good choice for it as long as
For keeping watch.
to keep watch if you need watch. I was gonna take the 6.
I guess we don't need watch.
I was gonna be the end because I also have dark vision, so we'd have it on either end of the tunnel. But it's not a bad idea to have one of us out.
The wife, she's near.
Hello, wife.
I'd rather be with you guys than get ambushed outside. What am I gonna do out there?
Yeah.
Oh, you won't hear me. You're loud as fuck. You're a dragonborn. Listen to you. Just listen to him breathe. Just listen. Shit.
Healing. So anyway, the entrance down, as you can see by the entrance down, is 10 feet by, like, it's 10 feet wide, so you guys can go down in
On my
a
side.
double column or whatever you want.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I'll go up front.
So you guys can go down on a double column or single file. Doesn't really matter. Can you guys still see the map okay? Like, is it fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Cool. Just a bunch of stuff. No fog before here. So it's dim light. It's not low light enough to where you actually need dark vision. And around the corner, you guys can see there is a
I see a quilt.
Quilt.
I thought we saw a do.
So you can kind of peek around the room. And you can see that the dim light from the room is coming from a large brazier in the center of the room, and it's the light is being reflected all over the room by the walls, so it's quite bright in here. There are two goblins hissing in like their dog-like tongue, and they're fighting over a piece of meat, or possibly wrestling, or they're doing something. And there is a orc behind them, leaning up against the wall on a rusty axe.
Orc. See, I knew the goblins weren't acting on their own.
So there's 2 goblins and an orc.
2 very hungry goblins. And a bored orc guard.
So the orc would be here. I know I said theater of the mind, but I realized that I could do this, and battle maps are sort of helpful.
Sure. No, I like it.
I mean, that's good, yeah.
I'll never say no to a little visual aid, because I'm my ADD brain, you know.
I want to say that you guys are all right there, hip hopping. This is gonna look like a football map by the time it's over.
Like 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, they're like 70 feet away. They don't see us yet?
No, they don't
Yes.
see you. The orc is extremely focused on what's going on with the goblins. The goblins are extremely focused on what's going on with the goblins.
Got it.
And while the light in the room is very bright, the light in the hallway is still relatively dim. So, like, you can see what's going on pretty well, but there are still shadows for you guys to hide in.
Cool.
Okay. Well, what's our course of action, folks?
Go on. I mean, unless you guys want to do some sneak stuff.
Are we gonna be
Last goblins are pretty easy, so if you want to prep a shot, maybe. Actually, don't you have the Chimera Bolt again?
I do.
Okay.
I still have my Chimera Bolt.
Yeah, try to paralyze the orc, and then the goblins we can literally one shot, apparently.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Especially since we have the element of surprise here.
Right.
I mean, how many of us have dark vision?
Do hill dwarfs get dark vision?
2 of us. 3.
I don't know.
Fallon has dark vision.
Check your character sheet.
Dwarf, right? Do we all have dark vision?
I do.
I mean,
But there's a brazier too, so.
Yes, I do.
well, yeah.
For now.
That's my point. Is that I can make it rain. So
I also resist poison.
Nice.
I
Good to
have
know.
a question.
I need to use that for this group. I don't think, just for in the future.
I like the idea because I was already thinking darken it.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too.
Unless the goblins have dark vision. Do goblins have dark vision?
They may. You don't know.
We can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just saying.
If we want to attack without instigating initiative, can we attack as a surprise thing?
I mean,
So currently, I would say that you guys would have surprise.
So I'm wondering, because I have poison spray and it's got a range of 10 feet. Range/area, rather. Do I have to be within 10 feet to cast it? It covers 10
right?
feet, right?
If-
Because I'm thinking if I attack the goblin on the left, it would cover both of the other 2 and I could damage all 3 of them in one shot.
Let's do fire.
Well,
Yeah.
Poison spray.
You'd have to get within 10 feet of them, though, I think, to make that happen.
Yeah, you have to get within 10 feet of them.
Like it's like it might be a spray or a cone, but you still got to be like standing close
yes.
enough for that spray or cone to hit them. So they would like you'd have to roll really well to get like that close to them undetected, I guess.
Well, maybe we do take the light out then,
use our element of surprise so that I can sneak up to them and attack all three of them.
So, just so I'm understanding this plan,
Mhm.
you
I'm listening.
you want to extinguish the only light in the room
Yeah.
Yeah.
to then maintain the element of surprise and in no way alert the occupants of the room that anything fishy is going on.
No fish there.
Turn off the light.
Just shoot him with the
We'll be
crossbow.
disoriented.
Let's just
I'm just making sure I know the plan.
Mhm.
on second thought.
Punching in there and chopping heads off. You guys are good at that, right? Do that thing. You do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah, smash skulls.
I'll keep watch over here, right? I'll
Well,
keep.
I feel like it's either that or we send Fallon in and see if he can distract them long enough with like
The song and dance that somebody else can flank and sneak up.
I'm
When
not
you
your
Timon and Pumbaa moment.
I'm not your toy monkey.
Exactly the role that you fulfill with the party.
I'm the world's toy monkey, and a performance is
Not
earned.
yours.
He's not even that good of a toy monkey.
I mean, there could be loot on the other side. Is that enough to motivate you?
All right. Well, are we gonna try? To
I
be
would
sneaky, or
probably
are we
do
gonna
it for a
try to
Scooby
be
snack.
I think we should at least
We snack.
take a shot before beginning combat. So one of you guys should at least attempt to take out one of these three before they know we're
Well,
here.
Can- Was there
That's
a
my
third person
opinion.
with a crossbow
No, I think it's just the two of you.
or a ranged magic
Um,
attack that
I
can
mean,
reach?
we have ranged magic. All of us, I think, do that don't have. Maybe what's
I
your
mean,
name again? Ballora?
Val.
Probably
Val,
doesn't.
that works.
Bal probably doesn't have any sort of ranged attacks at the moment. But
I could like keep them in
She's only
place while you guys beat their faces in, but it means you wouldn't be able to get within melee range if I use my entangle. If we all have ranged spells and we don't want them to hit us, like I might be able to keep them in place.
I mean, I could too. Plus, paralyzing arrows.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit one of these fools with some paralyzing arrows.
We can get the. And so you guys.
We can kill the goblins easy. Just crap! I just knocked my dice down.
How dare you?
I'm making a mess over here.
Where did you even go? What are you?
Fight our way through the-
Oh, I see.
I'm
you.
on the futon next to the yeah.
Oh.
Oh, what if we threw the rat tails in the room and see if we could get the goblins' attention and try to like.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm down.
Like the one with the 2 on it, right? So it'd be probably the less valuable one in case they're currency.
Sounds good.
We should be able to get them back, presumably.
Can we tie it on a string? Does anybody have a rope that we can tie these to?
What about like a box and a stick, and we could lure them in?
Get the goblins to come to us.
I mean, I don't want to encourage anyone, but there are crates outside.
True.
Mm.
There might be string
Goblin
out.
trap. Goblin trap.
There's also explosive barrels full of oil.
Right, but we're trying to find Ava, not light this whole place up like Waco. Come on, let's try to save the hostages, please.
Rearrange and put it out. It's just a grease fire.
It's just
That's not. How are you a dragonborn and don't know? We gotta have a conversation about how many holes you have, friend.
the key to putting out a grease fire is pouring French fries on it.
Yes.
You get
Yeah.
fries.
Oh my god.
Can I shoot this orc now? Are you guys done?
Shoot.
Because I'm gonna shoot this orc.
Hey, how long has it been since our last combat? Are you still blessed?
How long does bless last? Jinx.
I think it's. I don't know. That's a really good question, actually. I think it's a minute.
Where's the book? Do I have rope in my
Bless.
slurs pack? Can we tie it?
Yeah, it's only a minute.
It is indeed.
Up to 1
Say a
minuto.
minute has passed.
Yeah, I agree. All right, move about. Go on about your business.
You absolutely can just shoot the orc now while everybody else is trying to make a plan. If you
Yeah.
like.
I mean, we do have those poison arrows. I say we shoot it.
Oh, I've already loaded mine up, and I'm aiming at the orc's face.
I say pull the trigger.
All right. So I'm just gonna whisper. Fire Fire in the hole. I'm shooting.
Roll it.
Do it.
14.
I have rope.
Now you tell me, you already shot the crossbow. There's no point in trying to trap the goblin secretly if you're gonna shoot the orc in the face.
Good tire.
Oh, just 1 second.
Very good.
It was just a thought. I mean, I also had a thought of just like fireballing everything, and I went, maybe we'll crispify ourselves, and we shouldn't do that.
I found an essay on surprise that I'm going to read later. I don't need to do this right now. So anyway,
Glad you're as easily distracted as the rest of us.
He fits right in. I told you guys.
Absolutely.
what did you roll?
That was a 14.
So yeah, that's a hit.
Right.
So the crossbow bolt buries itself presumably into the torso of the orc. The orc blinks for a second, goes to like pick up its axe, goes cross-eyed, and slumps over onto the first goblin.
Nice.
So now you have one prone goblin screaming underneath a paralyzed orc.
Who took 7 damage, by the way.
The other goblin has looked up and knows that there is something going on. So that is initiative, my
I
friend.
think I shoot it before it reacts.
I'm gonna say if you want to make an attack roll at a disadvantage, you can try.
Remind me what disadvantage means.
You roll 2d20s and you take the lowest.
Well, I already know that's gonna be the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
2.
So you fire off a crossbow bolt and it hits the orc in the shoulder. And buries.
Okay, because that was the poison tip one.
Oh, good. So now he's extra poisoned.
Brian, was
Doesn't
that plus your? Like, did you add anything to your crossbow hit?
No, should I have?
Yeah. Next to your light crossbow, there should be a hit/DC column.
My head went back to magic, going, you can't proliferate poison tokens. So you can't make magic.
Poison is strong.
You see where I'm talking about?
Rolling.
I'm
What'd you
using
say?
the D&D Beyond sheet, and beyond that, I have no idea.
Yeah. So you're gonna see under your actions, you'll see your crossbow.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Do you have your equipment set? I did that once. I'm in my character, and I forgot
do
to.
have my equipment, and it's in there.
There's like a box next to each one. Did you check the boxes to make sure you have it equipped?
Probably not.
We're here to help.
So if you go to the
Yeah.
equipment tab,
Any
there's-
weapons that you have equipped or armor that you may have started with.
Where's my 20?
I mean, you're probably still gonna miss, but by rolling a 2, you know what I mean? But
Right.
It is. That's the system. I can't.
Huzzah! Alright, well, now it's equipped.
okay, now go back to your actions drop down or tab.
Do goblins speak common?
They can, yes. If you've got an intelligent enough goblin, it knows enough to understand common and maybe speak a little bit of it.
It's a +2. Anyway, sorry.
So 4.
Nope, you're good. Excellent. So the orc is still hit.
But you're smarter for it.
Yeah. Okay, so
Initiative.
So initiative, yes, thank you. I got sidetracked by my war rig for the war game Gaslands. If anybody has ever heard of it.
I don't know that one actually.
Oh, your models are so good, Josh.
Sidebar: here's my war rig that I have made for Gaslands
Cool.
and not painted yet. It is a semi truck with a Cadillac on top of it. And a hot rod.
That's cool.
Kick ass. It's very Mad Max.
Yeah, so it's basically Mad Max the tabletop game.
Oh
dig it.
hell yeah! I would love to check that out.
Trailer for it.
I mean,
Nice.
that could be a weekend game.
Garrett paints the Warhammer or whatever models. There's a specific number that everyone cares about. I don't.
I play Sigmar and 40k.
Man, me too.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
You guys are like,
Yeah.
We're like the same.
Like
He probably is better at painting than I am.
probably not. Anyway, back to initiative.
Yes.
Roll.
Fallon rolls a 13.
I rolled a manual dice this time,
in the
Three.
fifth place, just not with us right now.
like a
Three.
real wolf.
I rolled a 1.
You
Plus
like
three.
Ugh.
Ooh,
I know,
fancy.
Ugh.
My rolls are ass tonight.
I rolled an 8.
17.
Okay, so going around the table, Lynn rolled a 17. Did anybody roll higher than a 17?
No. I rolled 15.
Did anybody roll higher than a 15?
Besides me, no.
Yes. Did anybody roll at or higher than 10?
13.
Did anybody roll at or higher than 5?
I rolled an 8.
Who am I missing?
Me.
I'm missing Donette. Did anybody roll at or above a 0?
You rolled a 3.
No, I rolled a 1.
Well,
Oh,
Plus initiative.
right.
Oh yeah, you get your plus still.
what? Yeah, what is the plus for initiative?
It's right next to your
So
armor
it's
class.
Yeah, dex and some stuff.
Oh, well, then mine's plus 0.
So the
I'll say.
goblin who is super fucking freaked out about what's going on grabs his crossbow, because he also has a crossbow, and takes cover behind the orc that is now laying on top of the other goblin
Nice.
for half cover.
Convenient.
Yep, pretty convenient cover, actually. And it's going to go ahead and... Can he see anyone? Has anyone stepped out from behind the corner?
I'm at the furthest back, so I'm not even around the corner at the moment.
I would say only far enough to have shot a crossbow bolt.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
he sees you then.
Which I think would mean Fallon also, unless he stepped back.
I wonder if the goblin speaks common and we can keep it from like trying to kill us by yelling out in common. I'm gonna tell it we won't take its candle.
So the first goblin fires a shot into the darkness, presumably at. I'm gonna say Brian, because I know for sure he popped his head around the corner. But he's also going to be shooting into the darkness, and a little scared. He may have wet himself. He's going to do disadvantage.
Now it's really smelly down here.
Take your brain lantern and wash it away.
Is 16 versus AC hit, Brian?
Probably.
What's your AC?
Yep.
Okay.
You sunk my battleship.
Oh my god. Go Kenny. So, you are going to get hit with a crossbow bolt, probably somewhere mid-thigh, for 8 damage.
Ouch.
Yep.
Does his Armor of Agathis do anything, or did you end up not casting it?
I think it only goes for a minute.
It does.
I think it's 8 hours.
I thought you said it was a minute earlier.
Bless is a minute. I don't know what the armor is.
Armor of Agathis is 1 hour, so you're still good.
Cool.
Yep, so that just gives you 5 temporary hit points. So it's going
There
to
you go.
temporary hit points before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something.
Yeah.
So after the goblin, it is Lynn's turn.
I want to jump out in front of the party and put my hands out like Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park and yell in common, "We no take your candle!"
Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna let you choose it: persuasion or intimidation. It sounds more like a persuade.
Persuasion, yeah. Persuasion.
Yeah.
17.
So you yell, "We no take candle," and you've got your arms out, and it looks at you for a second, and it's like, goes, "Me no have candle." And you've successfully confused the poor creature. It requires a candle. So while it's not your friend, it's not actively hostile anymore. Mostly
Okay.
because it can't figure out what to do next. It was not expecting this.
I don't think any of us were.
So that's Garrett in next initiative is still going. He's just confused.
Well, now I don't know what to do. Okay, so the orc is paralyzed.
The orc is
The other goblin is prone, and this goblin is confused.
Yeah, one goblin's prone underneath the orc. It used its turn trying to get out from under the orc, but is a goblin and is under an orc. You can understand how that might feel.
Yeah.
And the other one is confused.
How far away am I from this?
Well, unless you've taken a movement, you're at least 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet away.
Okay, so pretty far away.
Yeah, so take 2 move actions or a move and running to get there.
Right.
But you could still probably get within spell range with a full move action. You would just also have no cover.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So at the mouth of the hallway here where the room opens up, is there any sort of cover there of any kind, or like
So
what?
there's detritus covering the floor, but nothing quite big enough to scurry behind cover with. There's no bookshelves to flip over or anything like that. It's pretty much a bare room, save for what's on the wall, which you guys aren't coherent enough to pay attention to yet, and the brazier and the orc pile.
Okay. So when something's prone, you have disadvantage at a ranged attack on it, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to move my full movement up into the mouth, like so 25. I'm not going to dash or anything. I move 25 feet. And then I will, because I'm curious to see how this kind of plays out with this confused kobold. I will ready a javelin for goblin number 2 that's prone on the reaction when he stands up.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Please remind me of that because I may forget. Correct?
Oh, I will. Trust me. I look forward to throwing my javelin the moment he gets up. What is my attack, actually?
Craig, it's your turn.
Range 30 feet. 1d6 plus 2. Javelin. Plus 4
Okay.
to hit. Okay.
So he's confused.
This is a very interesting combat.
This isn't going at all like I expected it to go, but it never does.
Right.
For that.
So all of these creatures are pretty much all together, right?
Yeah, they're basically
Yeah.
right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, in the case of 2.
All right. I'll just mutter under my breath and cast Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh.
Okay.
And let's see. So I'm basically just gonna put it right over top of them, in a way that can get all 3 of them. And so they would all take 44 slashing.
4d4 slashing. So you want to go ahead and roll that damage.
Indeed. 2.
Does that spell work? Is it like a radius or something?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot radius. Concentration up to a minute. Anyone who enters it or when it starts, where their turn starts in it, gets 44 slashing. And it's a 60-foot range.
It stays in one spot, or you can like
Yes.
move it around. Interesting. That's kind of a cool spell.
Mm-hmm. All right. 4, 8. Dang, those are all 4s. Come see. I have a visual.
Verifying
This dice is weird. It shows the number at the bottom, but there's that
I like this story.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
and 4 and a 4.
Shows the number where I
and
want
4.
it to be.
No, okay, this is a really look at this thing. Oh shit. Where's your thing?
What is that?
Well, you can see the 4s at the bottom instead of like on the point.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
that
it-
is weird.
Yeah, the number's at the bottom of it. It's super weird, but it's the only number that's upright. So that's what 16. Yeah, basic math. 16 damage for all of them.
So how do you want to do this?
Right, piece of chicken.
Just kind of like a hack and slash of body parts. Just
All right, dope. So it's so daggers just appear like it seems like it gets cloudy and stormy above the orc menage a trois, and at first like 1 or 2 daggers just kind of fall out of the sky, and then just without warning, almost a subsonic sounding like torrent of daggers rain down their spot, and they come away. The clouds clear, the dust starts to settle after the full minute passes, and there is nothing left except some bundles of rat tails. So congratulations.
These rats.
That's those guys taken care of.
Get them rat tails.
Yeah, get them rat tails.
And then crossbow bolts.
Yeah. After making sure that the swords have dissipated,
Right.
I'm gonna go and grab my crossbow bolt back. Is there still some poison left on it?
No, it's done.
Makes sense to me.
So
On mine, that worked in the shoulder for the first shot.
I was at the first shot or the second shot with it.
First.
It still had some on it. Yeah.
But I also pull the one that hit me out of myself and keep it.
Excellent. So this room is again dimly lit by this brazier in the center of the room, but being lit by the brazier in the center of the room, but not dimly so. The room, the 4 walls are metallic. you can see underneath the grime and everything. There's a metallic sheen to it, as if there's gold and silver and platinum and iridium embossed into the walls surrounding it.
Hmm.
Anything else? You're gonna have to start rolling dice.
I want to use stone cunning to see if I could like discern the origin of this I don't know, stonework. See if there's anything like, is it like a natural thing, or did somebody like build this?
Okay.
What do I roll for this? It's just a d20.
Yep, d20 plus if you're proficient in it, your proficiency bonus.
Does stone cunning give you advantage? Is that what it does?
I don't know. Oh, no, wait. Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin, you're considered proficient in history. So add. Oh wait, you're considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check. So
Okay,
history.
so whatever it says there.
So I actually lose points on this. Okay, bad, because that's a -1 modifier. If I add -2, that's a 7.
Your
Seriously?
proficiency is negative?
Yeah, so my intelligence is 9, and my intelligence modifier is -1.
Oh.
I done did fucked up, y'all.
Well, you better roll well, right?
No, I rolled a 9 -2.
I mean,
Oh.
my int is only 8. Oh, is because is it an int skill? Is that why?
I think.
Yeah, it's
Oh, never mind then.
I
Okay.
know.
so
I'm the most useless dwarf ever.
you are.
You're not useless. You can drink me under the table.
That's right.
Okay, cool. Well,
So you know that it's rocks. There's rocks here.
there be rocks.
There be rocks.
I know nothing. It's fine.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
So you said the ceiling is metal, or the walls are metal?
The walls are metal. Like they've got gold, silver, platinum, and iridium embossed into them.
Interesting. Are there any runes or any inscriptions that I can see?
Well, go ahead and give me a religion check, cleric.
Religion, you say? Oh, mine's not very good. Okay.
It wouldn't be, would it, cleric?
I know, right? 14.
That's good enough. So,
Okay.
looking around, besides all the shiny you see, because presumably you're greedy like a dwarf, you can't quite recall the story behind it, but it's a tale older than dwarf kind.
Interesting. Okay.
About a battle of good versus evil. The way you know the tale is that 4 knights rose up to take on this great calamity that rose up from the depths of Dominus. But the way that this is depicted is that a great beast is felling the knights. So it's a beast, like different depictions of different battles between these knights and the beasts, with the final one at the entrance to the next room depicting this horror of claws and mange devouring the knights, which is not how you know the story.
So this is like a different version of what I know as like legend.
This is possibly apocryphal or canon.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Should I Wilhelm scream now, or?
All right. Well, I did my check, I guess.
Yep. Yep. Someone else. Is anyone near the orc?
Yeah, I wanted to see if there was anything left of his body, because I have another vial in my pocket.
Check his axe.
So there's not a lot left of his body at all. Save about like a neck thickness of neck that is still there with a collar around it. The collar looks like it's made of heavy iron, and is definitely so tight around the orc's neck that it's been cutting off the circulation, and pus and blood are starting to come out of the protrusions around where the collar is, and it was not touched by the magical rain of death.
What do you say?
Yes, blood and pus.
I don't want the pus. So that means, hey guys, the orc has a collar on it like that dog outside.
Mm.
Oh, good.
What a coincidence.
Maybe if I take the collar off, I can get some blood that doesn't have pus on it.
So, are you touching the collar?
No, I don't want to touch it because it looks funny.
Yeah, much like witchcraft that you don't know, probably don't mess with it.
I'm
Don't
just
touch.
bummed out that I can't add it to my collection yet.
Yeah. If
You and this
you
blood
are
collection.
a magic user and would like to investigate it with Arcana, that is acceptable.
That won't do me any good.
What's my Arcana? -1. I don't think any of us have that going.
Yeah, I didn't know if the Warlock would have Arcana or not.
I do. I'll check it. Why not? +3.
That's much better than the rest of us.
Speak for
None,
yourself.
none of us are
cleric.
int-based except you, I think. I think you're the only int character.
Speak for yourself, cleric.
That's what I rolled.
You're chaw-based. Get out of here.
So with a roll of 5, I'll give you that that it's hot to the touch.
Mm.
So there you go. There's a hot to the touch collar around an orc's neck that was not touched by the magic around the orc.
Mm.
And that is all in this room.
Okay.
Ready to move on, you?
Ready.
Yeah, I think I'm
Is his axe of any significance? Can I loot his axe before we walk past?
If you would like, it's a great axe and it's rusted.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So
Garrett becomes over encumbered.
yeah. So presumably you guys are moving up, correct?
Yeah. Let's
Yes.
Go, to the next, go around the corner and see what's up.
Hallway. Hallway.
Oh, wait.
Into the thick of it.
So you guys are walking through the hallway. Who has point?
I'll take it.
I'm still in the rear this time. Or again, rather.
Okay, so Ballora took point.
I'll go
Okay.
behind Val.
You step on an uneven sandstone tile about the crook of the hallway, and you feel it depress underneath your feet.
Oh no!
You love setting off traps. It's like you're fucking.
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
She's still stepping on it.
Nothing happened that we can tell. Nothing happened that you could tell.
Yeah, he's smiling. I don't like this.
Something happened. You don't just set a sandstone thing in the fucking ground from 1,000-year-old.
No, wait.
On the other room, something
The
happened.
door just
Is she still standing on it, or has she like stepped off and nothing's happened?
I didn't say that she stepped off of it, but it is depressed with her foot still on it. She has not removed her foot, and nothing has happened.
Oh god.
Except you have armed a high yield claymore that's directly in front of you. No.
It's like a bouncing Betty if you take your foot off of it.
Does anybody have a thing of great weight that we can replace with her foot?
Just her foot. Or an orc neck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or this great axe I just picked up.
That's
Go
a
hold
great-
real still.
That's
Yeah.
a great axe.
I'm gonna set the axe down on the sandstone plate.
Dope. So With the weight of the axe on the sandstone plate, it allows it to remain pressed, and you are able to remove your foot unscathed.
Good.
Woo woo.
Yes.
Nobody touched the axe.
Yeah. So going forward with your low light vision, as you round the corner and can actually peer around the corner, there's what looks like a giant guillotine blade that has already been swung out of the ceiling that has cleaved 2 orcs in half. The bottom parts of the orcs lay on the ground, long ago exsanguinated, and the top of the orcs are still sitting on top of the blade on the wall.
Were they wearing collars too?
They are wearing collars, and that would have been the trap if it would have not already been set off. You guys are lucky you're not the first adventurers here.
Alright, so this is something
Yeah.
that clearly somebody didn't want somebody else to retrieve.
Gerard, I think we could probably take that axe now.
And they have a 10-year-old with them, which means they're probably trying to do a virgin sacrifice. Shit, this is bad, guys.
Alright, I'll go back and pick up the axe.
You pick up the axe, and nothing happened. The pedal is depressed.
Got it. The spring has been sprung.
The spring has been sprung. The spring cannot be unsprung.
Is there anything of interest on the decapitated bodies?
The collars are glowing green.
Oh. Like the green blood from before?
Yes,
Or
that's the
just
same
that kind of
color.
Like they're the same color, but they're not alike.
Any other way? Okay.
Not a tangent that you need to follow.
Okay.
It is green because that's my favorite color today.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
All right.
Yeah, so they're glowing green still.
Can we see anything past them?
I mean, the dead eyes of an orc. Or do you mean like past the trap?
Past the trap.
Sacrificing a 10-year-old girl somewhere.
Oh, yes. There's a large set of presumably mahogany doors with some fine iron bands banding them all together at the end of the hallway.
I'll look back at everyone and I'll say, "That is mahogany." I'm gonna look along the ground for traps.
There are no traps.
All right.
Yes, I will give you that. That was the trap of the dungeon, and it had already been sprung.
Cool.
Yeah, you have to tell us that, or we will be very meticulous in checking.
Yes, I'm gonna check the next brick for traps. Just kidding.
Excellent. Your 5-foot rod breaks.
Well, I mean, still got like
So,
2.5
yeah,
feet left, right?
Hallway. There's a large, heavy wooden door, sealing off the next room from the hallway.
I want to listen to see if I can hear any noise coming from the other side.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
It's a big door. Can I listen too?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check. The door is at least 10 feet wide, so presumably 2 people could stand in front of it.
10.
And if the 2 people are dwarfs, 4 people could stand in front of it.
That's a 7 for me.
So you put your ear up to it and you think you might be able to hear voices behind it. Voices, plural, but you can't pick out anything other than like garbled nonsense.
So, not quietly at all. I'm going to whisper, "Guys, I think there's people back there." I can't do accents.
Fuck, yes, you can.
You get props for trying to do one though.
Cool.
You keep
Cool,
getting
cool,
those props.
Yes, so she's informed you guys that there be people back there.
There be people.
So the rest of the party has that information. There's no movement behind the door. Like for you doing that. You don't upset the homeostasis that you guys have right now, and no orc molecules are trying to flow into the area with no orc.
Perfect. Can I tell if the door is locked at all?
Go ahead and give me a lockpick check, which I'm gonna say is a knowledge lockpicking. So I'm gonna say an intelligence roll. Give me an int roll.
Straight intelligence. Okay. 3.
So you turn the knob on the door,
Mhm.
and it is not locked.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to
Oh shit.
inch it open as little as possible, trying to just kind of peer inside and see what I can see.
So go ahead and give me a perception check, and then I'll tell you what your half-elf eyes see.
Yes,
Okay.
they are half elven. You
So
said
Winter Wonder.
you said investigation?
Or perception. Yeah.
Yeah, the same
Same.
number. 13.
Same number.
13.
Okay. So you're able to kind of peep in and still being pretty quiet. But you don't actually think it would matter because there are two orcs on the opposite side of the door facing away from you.
Oh.
Let me get my pen out. There are 2 orcs facing away from you, here and here.
Okay.
Okay.
They're staring down at what? You can't tell. But they're not the ones talking, and it's in a language that you're not really sure what it is that is being spoken, but it is something lower than them that is speaking. And then right about here is a very small cage with an even larger 9-year-old girl stuffed into it. With like it's a tight fit in the cage. There's no room for her to move or anything.
Okay.
Rude.
There's no sound coming from the cage, but you can tell that it is very clearly a human child within the cage.
I'll look back at everyone and I'll say, "This isn't the girl we need. That girl's 9. We're looking for a 10-year-old."
Right. The girl is a 10-year-old in the cage. Craig.
Oh, well, it's the girl's birthday. She just turned 10. I think it's her.
Just aged up. Like I right-clicked on her, age up sim.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And a brief description of the room with what you're seeing. It looks like there's broken wooden pews, like church pews, like scattered around the room that you can see, and in like this corner-ish is a raised dais with a statue on it, but you can't really make out what the statue is.
Hmm.
So that's your internal view.
Okay. I'm just going to share that with the group.
Yeah. 2 bad guys left, y'all. Maybe.
In a deep voice.
Well, I mean, if the kid's in there, we kind of have to, don't we?
Leroy?
Go get the oil and burn them out.
We're burning her out too.
Well, you know, she's a child. He can have more of them.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Lynn, completely off camera, comes in. What do we want to do?
I mean, I can take out one of the orcs or something if you want from range.
I also have range, both. A couple of different stacks, honestly.
So the door, do they open inwards or outwards? Like towards us or away from us?
Well, I would say away from you.
Okay.
That way it would be much easier if there was somebody standing behind the door that you didn't see to kick the door in as you came through and break your arm against a door and a wall.
Right, right.
I'm not saying that's gonna happen.
Shouldn't have said anything at all.
Generous DM is generous.
Yeah.
We need to get the girl out of that cave.
Yes. Yeah. I keep trying to think of ways to use heat metal, and every time it's gonna like damage something that's friendly to us.
Give me a remember roll.
That sounds like a really weird sushi.
Yeah, just wisdom, I guess. Like wisdom check.
Yeah, who's rolling that?
No, I meant like who should check it.
Oh, Garrett.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't good. 8. Yeah, 8.
Never mind. Never mind.
We gonna kill him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna do something.
we have to.
Kill him.
It's 8:18.
Right.
Let's do it.
I want to light the orcs on fire.
Hey, couldn't hurt, right?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
I mean, unless we can try to get them to turn on their captors, because they're clearly captive. I mean, I don't want to kill slaves and stuff. Enslaved orcs.
Yeah, but if we wait around for
Just
them
make
to
them
not...
enslaved. What gave that away that they are possibly enslaved?
Well, they have collars on. They all have collars on.
It might just
Okay.
be into some, like, Dom sub shit.
True. You don't know their kink.
I mean,
I'm certainly not
But
gonna
the-
kink shame him for it.
colors do look like they're ferric metal.
I'm just saying that I know that
I see what
when
he's
people
saying.
wear collars, it's like
Hmm.
when I know when you smell a bad smell, it's just goblins. I'm just saying.
Bad smells are always goblins.
Garrett, I have a
What's up?
hunch.
What's that?
Or a theory.
Okay.
How far away can you cast heat metal?
It's pretty far. I can heat up their collars if that's what you want me to do.
Something's telling me that's what you should do.
I don't think I can do it to both of them though.
What's the range/radius? Or is it just like...
Choose a metal object, metal weapon, or suit armor. You can see within range. You cause it to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire when you cast the spell.
Hmm.
And then I can, on a bonus action on each subsequent turn, cause it to do damage again. So it's a concentration. 60 feet.
That certainly wouldn't hurt. I mean, us, anyways.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely down to do that to one of the orcs. 100%. Is that how you want me to open up the fight?
We need to not have the little girl die. That's the important part.
Yeah, I can easily subdue at least one orc, with that. And then, can you handle the other orc, I guess, while I do that? Boys and girls?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
So long as I'm making sure that you know that I'm just imagining that it's not Garrett speaking, but the mind of Jester telepathically talking to us. Because that's what we see.
I know.
I ready my
I'm here, I promise.
Hey, it's fine, man.
Sideways.
You're gonna what?
Ready my breath weapon. Because I'm dragonborn.
Ooh.
Okay.
fancy.
What are you going to ready it for? What's the if?
I will ready it on the other orc, just in case it decides it wants to attack us.
Okay, so if Orc B attacks the group, then breath weapon goes off.
Yes.
Are you at the back of the party or the front of the party?
I move to the front.
Okay. So
At least in front of all of the tall people. It's okay if I'm behind a dwarf.
yeah, that's fine. What's a little singed hair between?
Yeah, right. I mean,
Right.
I'm almost 7 foot tall. They're what, like 4?
Yeah, 4, 5, somewhere in there. They're fine.
Just don't touch the beard. It's fine.
I once played a crazy dwarven half-forged artificer with no beard because he kept singeing it off.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then he got a beard, and it was just undead rats. Like
Oh.
that.
Cool.
Delicious.
Did that. Well, I mean, the beard was a prosthetic beard.
Right.
There were undead rats within the beard.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there was seemingly an unlimited supply of them, so I would just use them to set off traps.
Nice.
It was a fun.
Why
Anyway,
not?
so you guys bursted into the hall?
Yeah. They're looking a little warm in there. I cast heat metal.
Okay.
Hey, Val, kick it in.
So that's gonna be initiative with the casting of heat metal going off before initiative. How does heat metal resolve?
It just apparently just happens. So choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or pseudo heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot, and then any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8.
Okay.
2d8 fire, that is, rather.
2d8 fire damage.
Cool. 10.
Damn. Okay, so the first orc looking down and being spoken to by the disembodied voice reaches up and grabs his collar and starts trying to claw at his throat as the collar goes from a green glow to a bright red glow, then starts glowing hotter and hotter, nearing white. And he drops to the floor in agony and knocks over a table. And the talking stops when he knocks over the table. The second orc presumably activates, sees his companion writhing in pain, looks at the door, and starts marching his way toward the door, and that is an initiative.
And that's on my breath weapon. Yeah.
He has not gone to attack yet. He's moving.
17.
12.
16.
I need things in places.
I guess I can put it in here.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Mine didn't roll. Oh yeah, it did. Wait.
No,
it did.
you typed in exclamation point and then roll. Is that what you're supposed to do?
I did. Yeah, I did what I was supposed to.
I thought it was a slip sheet.
20.
You keep typing the same thing in.
So, Ball, what did you roll?
16.
That should be what it is, Brian.
Ellen, what did
I
you
don't know why
roll?
it's not working.
I rolled a 17. Where's our dice maiden is offline. I don't know why.
I rolled a 4.
You used her too much.
Yeah, she got tired and left.
You gotta pick with premium version now.
Garrett, you rolled a 12.
Correct. You just fuck this shit up.
What did you roll? Okay. And Brian, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
I played in one game back in Arkansas where 4 was the magic number. It was 20 and 4. If you rolled a 4, it was as good as rolling a 20. It was a weird game. This was not that game. I do that to taunt you.
Yeah. That's alright. This will probably be the third fight that you don't need me.
I do that so you go, I wish he was as cool as Gray was.
I don't know who that is.
An asshole. Don't be like Douglas Gray. So it is the orcs' turn. They are upset.
I can understand that.
Yep. So they're gonna move their speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And they each have javelins. So they are going to. The door hasn't been thrown open, correct?
Peeked for it.
Al?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if we all.
Like, I think you guys just peeked through it.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
So, the two people up front,
It's me and Fallon now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me. Well, I'm gonna roll. So that doesn't matter, and that is a equally does not matter. But it wouldn't have mattered even so because you've got 3/4 cover, so you would have gotten +5 to your AC. So as long as that door stays shut, that's what you've got. That was an attack though by one of the dwarf or by both of them. So Brian, your attack does go off now.
Yes.
Good time. Is he still here?
Yeah.
Just came back.
He was putting the chip dip back.
Excellent. So what's the range on your breath weapon?
Kitty. Drink the kitty.
I took
30 feet?
Yeah, I took the linear version.
Right, yeah. So you're gonna have to.
You cut out and I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I'm doing math. If you are. If you're basically on top of both of them, I'm gonna make you blue. If you're either right there, you'll have a 30-foot line of sight through the door. Like opening the door would get this guy, and keeping the door shut would get this guy. So you want circled in blue or circled in orange that you're attacking?
Go circled in orange and keep the door shut.
Okay. That is pretty smart. Smart. So we're gonna put you. Well, I deleted. This isn't perfect, but it's actually working pretty decently. So you're going for that one that has been attacked and had the orange circle around it.
Yeah, the bottom one.
Yep. So roll your breath weapon. I don't remember if you roll to hit for it.
It says, as an action, once per short rest, exhale in a 5 by 30 foot line. In parentheses, Dex DC 12, half damage on success, or 2d6 fire damage.
Okay, yeah. So I have to roll a 12 for a dexterity saving throw, or an orc to roll out of the way, or else he takes half damage. So let me roll that. Where is dexterity? So he is able to like skirt out of the way to the left of the fire, but you said he takes half damage on a missed roll, correct?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your damage and divide it in half.
Oh yeah, that's right. The stupid.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it should be back
6.
online now? Is it back online?
And a 4. So
Yeah,
5
it's back
points.
online now.
So how do you want to do this?
Yeah. There it is. Now she's working.
I want to hit him right in the throat.
Okay. So he dodges out of the way, but still keeps his throat in the shot long enough. So it's like a Looney Tunes dodge. His torso and legs are gone.
Yes.
But, like, face is still there, and you breathe blue fire all over him. And from the neck down, he's still completely whole, and his neck, he's just, you vaporized his head.
Yes. Is he running around like a chicken without a head?
Yes.
Or wings?
So that is that one who's been vaporized. You will notice that his collar is still intact, though.
Huh.
So now, since that was a ready to action, this is Fallon's turn.
Alright, so we have one vaporized, one, like, super in pain orc man. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at, with Hot Orc for, with my crossbow.
Cool. So you're gonna have to open the door to do that.
I'm kicking it open.
But yep, you kick open the door. You shoot at it with your crossbow. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
23.
That's a hit, my friend.
Right.
Did you say 5?
Oh no, I said alright. Roll my damage. That is 8 points of damage. 8 points of piercing.
Okay. So it looks pretty hurt. It looks angry though. Like you've just made it angrier. Donette, it is your turn.
Yeah, I want to whack it with my battle axe.
Dope.
So let's do 16 hit.
16 is a hit, my friend. You move
Cool,
up
cool,
close to it to swing real hard.
And that's 4 points of damage. No, 7. Sorry, plus 3. Yeah.
So you're stout enough that you swing at center mass with your axe as hard as you can, and you nearly cleave it in half. The only thing that stops you from cleaving it in half is its spine, as you can feel the resistance of the spine on the blade of the axe. It is still alive, though.
Damn.
It looks down at you, and all you see is red in the eyes.
Oh, God.
Garrett, it is your turn.
Jester.
Jester, it's your turn. Jester, did you die?
Garrett dead. Garrett died.
Wake up, Jester.
Garrett! Oh shit, Garrett's dead.
Jester, Thunderfist.
Jester.
So it's Lynn's turn.
Did he go poop? And okay.
Is there an AFK anywhere?
Definitely didn't expect to have to actually fight today. All right, cool. I want
Let
to shoot
me
fire.
look just to make sure, but I
fire.
don't think so.
Use flame.
Okay.
Well, I have burning hands. I want to do that.
Yeah. You can definitely get up close enough to him to burn him.
Yeah, I'd like to do that because it's a 15-foot cone, and so I just want to like close my eyes and put my hands in like.
Okay.
Why?
So are you going to get in a spot where you're not going to hit Donette when you do that, or do you want to just say fuck it and let it go?
It'll be fine.
If I'll put Donette's a good one.
Wrong.
Campaign, it's fine. I'd like to get in the corner closest to the little kid, I guess, rather than the corner closest to the orc. But like in front of everybody, like down low. I want to like crawl sort of like in between everybody and just be like, huh.
So like here?
Well, okay, no, but like
Or like
where everybody else is, but like facing the orc.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But like that side rather than the orc side.
Like just outside of the door, it sounds like.
I got you. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's where you're at.
I just want to like nudge everybody out of the way.
Yeah,
Like,
you can move through all these spaces. And does that roll an attack? I don't remember.
I don't know well enough to tell you.
What's the spell called?
It's called Burning Hands. I know they have to cast a saving throw. Does that help?
Yes. Let's make a dexterity saving throw. Which I'm going to say he forfeits as he is rooted firmly in his position due to the chronic condition of having an axe buried into his spinal column.
Mhm.
And you just get to roll your damage.
That 3d6 on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
So it's going to be an auto success.
Is that a 6? No, that's a 1. Okay. 1, 6, 9? 9.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Do you?
I want to crouch at the corner of the doorway and close my eyes and put my hands together and just go, and just the fire comes out and it's like a cartoon where it just like melts his face away, but like his hair's still up.
Yeah, so that's exactly how it happens. He drops to his knees and his face is just completely singed with his hair pushed all the way back, still fully intact. He blinks ash away twice and dies. So that is the end of the combat encounter. Should I call 911 for Garrett?
I'm here. You're good.
You're alive.
Garrett, we had to move past your turn.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I didn't know if you were dead or AFK.
We didn't either.
It's AFK. I'm here. You're fine. I'm
All right.
alive.
So that's the end of combat. You have a little girl crammed in a cage and a statue to investigate.
Cool.
Let's get that child out of the cage.
I mean, yeah, obviously get the kid out of the cage. Long rest first. I don't want to babysit. I want to sleep.
Yeah, I say, legit though, I say we inspect the room, make sure it's safe, and then call a long rest here if we can.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Keep the kid in the cage while you guys long
I
rest.
say we should
It's like a
probably take the kid back and
Yeah,
then
can we-
take a long rest.
For brevity, are we able to do that?
The kid can probably find her own way home if she can walk, but we just need to get her free.
Hopefully
Make sure she has a health
her dad
potion.
doesn't die in the meantime. 'Cause he
Yeah.
had a
Like,
12-hour window.
Yeah.
How old is she? She's
Like an hour and a half.
She's like almost an adult. It's fine.
9 or 10, give or take.
So she probably knows these woods well enough to find her way back home if she's not in shock and doesn't have PTSD from what she's seen.
That's fair. I'm just saying that we don't necessarily have to like coddle her if she can like see herself home. I'm just saying. I'm not a babysitter. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get you.
The last
So-
time I babysat, I lit on fire. I mean,
Hey kid, how you feeling?
Can we try and get her out of the cage?
Yep, she's got her cheek pressed against the cage. Like she's definitely gonna have permanent bar marks there.
We should probably let her out of that home.
Yeah,
we
she's
should
probably a
do
little. You look a little uncomfortable.
Does it have one of the real big locks that I can just stick my hand in it?
The cage is being held together mostly by the girl at this point. So like if Breeze would take, they thought the girl was going to be much smaller. These are very incompetent orcs. So the girl like pops out of the cage and like scrappy knee and scrappy elbows, like hair shorn all the way down like to Brian length of stubble, rolls out with her fists up, growling, and like goes and starts beating the shit out of one of the dead orcs. You think she's gonna be fine. She's basically feral.
Yeah.
It's fine.
How's her health?
By looking at her, you think she's probably at half health.
I'll use one of my healing
Bloody
light.
in 4th edition is what we would call her.
I want to use healing light on her, but just one dice.
Okay, take it away there, Paul.
5. She gets 5 points of health.
Excellent. She's fully healed. She had 1 point of health for each year she had, which was 9 until someone reminded me that she was 10. So DM notes 10 points of health. So okay, she's fully healed. She's feeling feisty. She's making a corpse fort in the corner. You don't need to worry about her. She's good. Corpse Fort is also the name of my metal band, so we
Perfect.
will be starting up soon. I'm gonna need a vocalist. So
There's
anyway.
a dog that just ran off. That'd probably be a perfect vocalist for that band.
Yeah. So you guys have freed the princess.
She's yes, go away.
We're in the right castle.
This room looks like, I mean, without even needing a religion check or anything like that, with all of the broken pews and the knocked over table, everything, it looks very much like a chapel would. That it's very ancient.
Right.
The only thing has remained remotely untouched by the just the creeping undergrowth of grass and vines that have taken the rest of the place is the statue that's in the corner, and the table that has been knocked over that the orcs were talking into. So that is that room description.
Interesting.
Let's check out that statue.
Check it out.
Check him out. I'm gonna see if the orcs got anything good on him.
Also seconded.
I'm a pretty stupid dwarf, so I don't know if I should be the one inspecting anything. Because I'm actually going to me looking at it is probably worse than me not looking at it.
I'll investigate it.
Okay.
It's awfully smart of you, Bal.
Are you investigating the table or the
statue?
Statue. Okay. So give me the statue it's a boss or a bust, not a bust. It's just a full statue. I'm getting tired at this point, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The statue is of a kneeling woman. She's looking straight forward, but she is blindfolded. Her arms reach out in front of her, and she holds a stone chalice. So go ahead and give me an investigation check, Brian. Was that your investigation check?
Yep.
Okay. So you look around the statue pretty closely for a little bit, and on the rim, on the inside of the chalice, there's an inscription that in a certain light you see that is dwarven characters you think.
I point this out to my dwarf companions and say, "Hey, I can't read this. Can any of you read this?" I think it's dwarf.
Is it another one of these pictogram?
No, this is just runes.
Oh, okay.
Like dwarven runes carved into the cup. He thinks are dwarven runes, at least.
Gotcha. Yeah, I come over and check it out, I guess, too.
So you peer
Of
into
interest
the
to me.
and they look like dwarven runes. It's a pretty ancient, it's very old dwarvish script. But coming out, a translation as close as you can get is, not gold nor silver shall pay these debts, is inscribed in ancient dwarvish on the inside of this chalice.
I knew they were going to sacrifice a virgin.
Well, if it's not gold or silver, that means they want copper, right?
It's the cat.
Can we put rat tails into the chalice just as
You can put literally whatever you want in the chalice.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. They want the rat tails.
Definitely the rat tails.
Listen, if they don't want the rat tails, I'm peeing in it.
Put the blood I have in my vials in there.
You can do that too? Yeah.
But the
Alright.
red one, not the green one. The green one's useful.
special though.
So,
Try something.
just a
We do rat tails first.
Yes.
Go for it.
So you plunk the rat tails in the chalice, and now you have a stone chalice with rat tails in it.
He's calling me.
so just a thought. Whatever we're trying to unlock or activate here, is that something that we want to activate? Because as far as I could tell, there was a handful of orcs and goblins that were trying to activate it, and they didn't seem too friendly.
True.
You don't even
Maybe
know
we-
if they were trying to activate it. The table could probably tell you that, but you don't know.
Let's hold off on me peeing in this chalice. I'm gonna have a look at the table.
I feel like I want to look at the table.
Yeah. It's like fucking Cabin in the Woods, the whispers in the wind going. And he gets up and he screams, "Shut up!" And then he goes, "I think I'll go for a walk." So yeah, if you want to inspect the knocked over table, you can. So on the table it's about the size. It's about this big, and it's about a 1/4 inch thick, and it is solid obsidian.
The table?
The thing that was on the table.
Obsidian.
So it
So,
fell off the table when the table
anyone-
got knocked over.
Yeah, if anybody has Arcana, feel free to roll.
Uh,
I do. Am I the only one that has Arcana?
oh, I'm not proficient, but I got a decent bonus on it. Does that count?
I got
I'm dumb.
proficient and +3.
I'm not proficient in +3.
So D&D Beyond, if I'm proficient, do I add +2 also to my +3, or is it already included?
It's already included.
Okay. Then I have a +3. I will roll.
So, right, okay.
I'll say I rolled a 10, so not much better.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like a scrying glass.
Oh, they're talking to some mother effing demons or some shit.
Something.
So that's with a 10. That's what you would get. Is it looks like a scrying glass that you would see in a wizard's tower.
Sure.
Can we tell how they were using it?
I'm gonna say no. Not just with what you've got going on here.
Can I try to like pick it up? Does it appear heavy?
Yeah, I mean it's like 40 pounds. It's a 1/4 inch thick plate of obsidian. So it's pretty heavy, but it doesn't like burn with magic or anything like that.
Right.
I wonder if we took it back to town. Not that we want to like keep it, but maybe somebody could like tell us a little more about it or help us. Like, I mean, it's clearly not good, so maybe it needs destroyed.
Yeah, you got to be able to get a hold of the town wizard.
Yeah.
Take the little corpse girl back anyway.
Oh, she's gone. You turned your back on her, she's gone.
Okay, I thought she was.
Oh, cool. We could get back there and try to maybe help. Oh no, he's already the alchemist. I lied.
Let's throw this scrying orb thing in a bag and.
I'm happy to carry it if you'd like.
Well, I would not be happy to carry it, so that sounds good to me.
Yeah. Excellent. So you've got a scrying, possible a scrying disc thrown into your pack.
All right.
Which should be safe enough. It's thrown into a pack. I mean, what's it going to see in there? Rations and rope?
Right.
Real?
Maybe I'll hear it.
Now you're in an empty room with a statue with rat tails and its chalice.
What do we do?
Go back to town, or do we? Just...
Yeah.
I mean, is this our home now?
Is anybody good at
No,
drawing?
Lawson,
Would
we
anybody
don't.
like to sketch this statue? Like, is this a big statue? Like, is this we can't move this?
Yeah, it's large. It's
Okay.
like from floor to ceiling. It's probably like 10 feet tall, and it's already on like a dais that's probably 5 feet tall. Solid
Okay.
stone. The room
Would-
is large,
Yeah.
like tall.
I mean, we could just turn our back on this clearly dangerous thing and wedge that barrel of oil in the doorway and blow it up. Collapse it. Make it so it's really hard for someone else to get.
Yeah, I don't know that we should jump into anything with this.
Yeah. Maybe just remember kind of like what it looks like, so maybe we could ask like any like holy people or people in town, like see like they know anything. I think we shouldn't touch it or anything.
Besides the rat tails.
Besides, no, leave the rat tails. That's
Leave the
a
rat
gift.
tails. You sure you want to leave the statue a gift?
Oh, okay, no, nope, I'm good. I'll take the rat tails back.
Okay, so with that, if we aren't going to go any further into like puzzle stuff, I think I'm going to call the game for tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. It's almost 9,
And
so
it's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Feedback is always welcome throughout the evening and the weeks. Please let me know what you liked, what you disliked, if you would like to do this again.
Sorry about that. Katie called me in the middle of the end of that.
it's okay. We solved the puzzle. The princess was actually a secret dragon. We killed the dragon, and now we are eating the gold. So,
Eating the gold.
yes. 'cause
So wait, what
there's-
happened when we put the rat tail in the statue?
So the statue now has a chalice filled with rat tails.
That's it. Okay.
That's
and
it.
the statue's made of stone?
Yeah, stone.
Damn it.
And
Okay.
we found what we think may be a scrying disc on the next to the table. So we're gonna
Scrying disc.
table it for now, and go back to town, and we're gonna call it for the night.
Well, the only reason I brought it up is because I have a spell called Identify.
Okay.
Choose an object that I must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If the magic item or some other magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires a 2-minute use or how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Cool. Yeah, if you want to cast that. It's a ritual, right?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Casting time 1 minute.
yeah. So if you want to take a minute to cast that, that's
Yes.
fine. Cool.
About 30 seconds in, I'm just like, I'm bored.
Fine.
Casting that. Do we want to take a long rest here before we head back to town, or just head back to town?
Statue?
I'm afraid if we long rest, we're gonna find we're gonna go back to town to a dead smithy.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
We'll just do the long rest when we get back to town. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Should we take a goblin collar with us too?
Sure.
So Garrett, it's definitely a scrying disc.
Okay.
You don't know who created it. You know
Okay.
how to create scrying discs, like the magic involved in it, and you know if you know that there are a couple of different triggers to get scrying discs to function. It would just be a matter of whittling down which of the 5 triggers you need for it to function, and then you could see what's on the other end of the scrying disc. So with some time, you could know exactly which one you need.
Interesting. Okay. And then I guess since sounds like we're wrapping up, did anybody take damage in the fight?
Technically not in the fight, just my
Yeah.
ability.
Just
Okay,
sliding down.
just that 2 damage. That's all the party took.
Yeah.
I took a
Okay.
on doing slip and slide in the mud.
Okay, I won't cast the heal
Yeah,
spell or anything. Then we're good.
I deserve it.
I think the only thing I have to do is because I have to do it once. If we're gonna end up long resting, I have to do that channel divinity thing to use it,
Right.
and I will imbue my armor with magical energy or whatever it is.
Dope.
Cool.
Dope.
Alright.
Cool.
I
So
can
yeah,
close
you
some
guys
things
will be able
out
to make it back to town, no problem. It only takes an hour to get back. You won't be exhausted or have to sleep in the woods or anything like that. So we'll leave it where we started. You guys all arrive at an inn at a crossroads. 5 wayward adventurers that don't know each other any more or any less. The end.
Great one shot.
Ian.
Excellent.
All right, guys. Yeah, great one shot. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I guess just keep filling out the thingamaboober, and I'm electing Craig to be in charge of the thingamaboober for when most people can play, because I basically can just play anytime after 3:30, as long as I've got a week notice.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys
Cool.
have a good rest of the evening. I'm gonna go take an antidepressant, so I don't want to crawl out of my own skull.
Hey, that's a
I
great
love
idea.
all of you differently.
Yes. And I love you
Thank you very
differently
much.
too,
This is a really good time.
in a very
thanks,
unique
guys.
way.
Guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Peace.
Well, that sucked. I'm just kidding.
Good shit.
that
Yeah,
was a lot of
that was
fun.
a lot of fun. It was really good. And it was really good with us.
Mhm.
I think so. He kind of rolled